didn't give me a job.
Oh, it's important.
Yep. And Dr. Al-Hussein Zakaria will be talking about that in 6 degrees of separation as our wisdom nugget. Wow. We're talking about employment scams. So, you know how people get fleeced, their money gets taken away from them, and somebody is offering a job, but there's no job.
Meet us here, we'll interview you. You have to pay X amount to pick up forms, X amount to process the documents.
Indeed. So at 6:30, we'll show you how to protect yourself. It's like wearing a condom to protect yourself against the STI of job scams. Okay, so that's coming up. The importance of getting a physical trainer. Don't just start doing press-ups and lifts, and you may damage yourself.
Put your own self on a diet.
Indeed. And for those of you who are in relationships where the person is stalking you, I had a stalker once years ago.
I had a stalker. It wasn't a relationship. I had a stalker at work. Stalked me to work, stalked me, tried to find out where I lived.
Wow.
I had to take my leave and leave the country.
Whoa, that bad. So obsession in relationships is a topic that you don't want to miss this morning. But at 6:30, we're talking about employment scams. You want to be part of the show. WhatsApp number 055-556-1034.
Yeah, don't say single 610.
Okay, 055-55 single 6 10 single 3 single 4. All right.
And as we do every Friday, I will be sitting down with my panel to delve into issues that made it to the front pages of the newspapers, and we'll bring you all the details, what they mean to the two sides, NDC, MPP, civil society, bring you all the issues on the headlines segment. Okay, show brought to you by Awake Purified Drinking Water, Shield Acrylic Paint, Adunko Next Level Energy Drink, Stallion Outlook for premium kaftans like what I am sporting today. Who's this? Who are you wearing? Who are you wearing? Erica is at Kanda. Hi, Erica.
The first time I heard that question, I was confused. I went to a red carpet event, and then the person came up to me and said, "Who are you wearing?" And I said,
"Okay.
What do you mean? Who are you?"
Oh, who designed
Is your grammar correct? He said, "No, who are you wearing?" I said, "I don't know who I'm wearing. What am I wearing?" He said, "No, it's who are you wearing? Who is your designer?" I said, "I don't know. Look at the back of my level. I don't know." Okay, so I'm wearing Stallion Outlook. Thank you so much. It's now time for the Wisdom Nugget, 6 degrees of separation by Dr. Al-Hussein Zakaria.
What a brilliant morning to come your way again with the Wisdom Nugget for your day. And nugget a day keeps all the problems away. And we keep learning, and we keep, embracing more and more of wisdom so that our lives can get better and easier, and we can grow in success. And I thank you for your feedback, and we're excited here on the Breakfast Show as we share incredible nuggets of wisdom just to spice up your day. Today we're talking about the subject that I entitled the 6 degrees of separation. 6 degrees of separation. Have you heard about this phenomenon called the 6 degrees of separation? It's a really interesting one, and it's been backed up by research. What does the 6 degrees of separation mean? It means that you are only 6 people away from every single person on the face of the earth. And so you are only 6 people away from every single person on the face of the earth. It means that you're no more than 6 people away from anyone that you ever want to meet. You know someone who knows someone who knows someone who knows the President of the United States. You know someone who knows someone who knows someone who knows the biggest chief or king in the world that you ever want to meet. You are not more than 6 people away from anyone on the face of the earth. That is such a powerful truth, because one of the biggest complaints you hear from many people is that, "Oh, I don't know anyone. Oh, I'm not getting this opportunity because I don't know anyone." There's a help you need, or there is, some sort of facility you need, some sort of opportunities you're looking for, and you're wondering how you can meet the person that you really want to meet. But the truth of life is that you're only 6 people away from anybody else. What that tells you and I is the incredible need to treat people around you right. Not too long ago, I was speaking at this major event, and one of the speakers, was there, and very simple looking person, and we engaged, and we exchanged contact. I endeavored to set up a meeting, and we had a meeting on Zoom and so on, and this is an international person, but it didn't look so unassuming. Look so unassuming. Here's the point I want to make. You know, after engaging the person for some time, I discovered that this person that I was sitting next to was only 2 persons away from the president of another country. Only 2 people away. I didn't know. This person is related with someone who is very close to the president of a country. So just imagine the way I treated that person and the way I treat this person. You don't need to know how connected somebody is to be able to treat that person right. The truth is that every single person is connected. It may be just an ordinary person hawking on the street. You need to treat that person right. It may be a waiter in a restaurant. You need to treat that person right. It may be a security guard. You need to treat that person right. I heard a story about this gentleman who was, you know, a driver. And he met a banker, and the banker was sharing the story. And long and short of it was that when this gentleman walked into the bank, nobody in the bank wanted to attend to this guy because, you know, you can imagine, I think he was sweating and all of that. But this guy just walked to him, this banker walked to him and received him and treated him right. And guess what, 3 days later, he discovered that this gentleman was a driver and his boss was a wealthy man. And they just, you know, I think transferred over $3 million into the bank. And this guy was working with his target and was looking for someone to meet that target. Is the way you treat people and how you don't judge people too quickly. You are only about 6 people away from any person you want to meet, any person you want to relate with. It may even be a relationship. It's so important that you keep that in mind. We treat people right. We master the art of working with people and dealing with people. And in fact, we even grow in what we call emotional intelligence, being able to relate with people emotionally correctly and being able to understand people's feelings and relate appropriately with people. And so I want to challenge you to keep in mind as you go through today, the 6 degrees of separation. Who do you want to meet? What opportunities are you looking for in life? That opportunity is connected to the closest person sitting next to you. So at home or whoever is around you right now, look at that person again and tell yourself, this person is very important to me, so I'm going to treat this person right. Have a fabulous day and do treat people in an amazing way as you meet them today and for every single day of this week, of the year, and of your life. Enjoy yourself and keep growing as you learn and as you listen to these wisdom nuggets for your day.
Thank you, Doc, for that wisdom nugget. Let's quickly look at the weather. And there's so many topics we are going to treat on the social media side of the table this morning. So let's look at the weather and we'll be back. Welcome back. And yes, Kaf, why are you so interested in this job scam matter?
Yeah, because people are getting fleeced all the time. I have never been taken advantage of, but I know that there are people who are being robbed of their money for the desperation that they experience when they're looking for jobs. I mean, yesterday, the Youth Employment Agency put out a call for people to come to the International Conference Center. And thousands of youth flooded the place.
Stuck in queues for hours.
And that was a genuine call. You can imagine what's happening online with fake calls.
We'll have an opportunity to look a bit more into that particular matter a bit later on in the show during the headline segment probably. But what's trending? Obviously, like Messi is always trending on my timeline.
Yeah, Messi chick.
So Messi is trending.
Messi, madam. What has he done this time?
Is
there? Okay.
So
most international goals scored by a male South American player. Yep. Okay, well.
So
congratulations, Messi.
Argentina played Bolivia in a World Cup qualifier yesterday, and Messi scored a hat-trick. and then that put him 2 goals ahead of Pele, who initially was the top scorer with 77 goals.
Okay.
Now Messi has two better.
Okay, we wish you well. Agenda 79, eh?
No, agenda more than that. So this was the
Live from GBC Studio 1, this is the Breakfast Show. Live from GBC Studio 1, this is the Breakfast Show.
If you met him today.
Obviously, I love him. you know, the sad thing for Pele in this case is that he once threw jabs at Messi, saying that, oh, he was a one-skill player and he had only one skill and he couldn't score with his right foot.
And this one was a right foot goal?
And he scored a right foot goal, which put him ahead.
Okay.
And he's also scored headers.
Okay.
So all the stuff that Pele was saying about, oh, Messi cannot, like, you know, score a goal with his head and all that is in silence.
We're waiting for Messi to win the World Cup.
So, I mean, goals for one club, a header, and now top international South American goal scorer with his right foot. I mean,
he should win a World Cup for us.
You see, you keep shifting the goalpost.
What goalpost?
But if you won Ballon d'Or, what? How many times? And you've won 3 World Cups. Really, is it even an argument? It's greatness everywhere.
Messi.
You're dripping. Messi drips greatness, and it's just who he is.
What is the next trend? You're getting much with Messi.
Well, I'll give you Cristiano Ronaldo. So you tell me why he's in the news.
I say I'm home in Ghana.
Mbashia.
But what I'm home. It's obvious. He's home.
So that's the video.
Yeah, that's it.
That Ronaldo said, "I'm home too."
He's home.
So obviously that's the home side for Manchester United, and that's CR7 sporting his red jersey.
Of course.
For
it matches
United.
his whole swag, the red, no. And
he's got him.
He's got the 7.
That's him. It reminds me of the Night King. Did you watch Game of Thrones?
No.
Oh.
I'm not a TV guy.
So the Night King, in the thick of battle, he resurrects the dead to feed his army.
Wow.
So imagine being on the battlefield and so many lives, thousands and thousands of lives lost, and including people from his opponent's side.
Okay.
And he just stands there and does this, and the dead all rise, including the dead people from the other side,
like that,
who join his army. And so he gives me Night King vibes.
Night King vibes. the film I remember is Spartans.
This is Sparta.
Yeah, that one I remember that one.
Anyway, Stoneboy is also in the trends. He's released new music called Reba. I've been listening to it all morning, and maybe I want it to grow on me a little bit.
What's the song called?
Ariba,
like Space.
So here is the song. Maybe let's listen.
Ariba.
Live from GBC Studio 1, this is the Breakfast Show. Live from GBC Studio 1.
And you were soaking it this morning?
I was listening, and I was waiting for it to grow on me. I played it like 10 times.
Okay. It's growing.
So I'm still waiting for it to grow on me.
It's growing. You like Stone a lot, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, dancehall, I think that it's one of those from Ghana to the world kind of situations. Okay. And I'm looking forward to more music from him, more collaborations. Can he do the big Jamaican stars? I'm sure he will.
Like who?
I want to see him with Billy Man.
Are you?
I want to see him with a few others, actually.
All right.
And I want to see him perform live.
Okay.
That would be awesome.
All right. So Stoneboy, well, Thelma, big fan. She wants to see with Billy Man.
Yep.
All right. And performing live.
Yep.
Okay, no problem. What next in the
Mr.
trend?
Drew is also trending because he has also released new music with Kiddy.
Charlie, me, I stand for those who don't know what's going on. So who is Mr. Drew?
Musician. That's him.
Okay. Ghana man. Okay. All right. Shuperu.
Breakfast Show. Live from GBC Studio 1, this is the Breakfast Show.
It's been an old song, shoot,
dance.
And then somebody else sang it in Ghana, and then now we have another Shoot Peru.
So remix.
Okay, all right, Mr. Drew.
Mr.
Drew.
Okay. If you go back to something, a classic, it's not.
All right, this week I spend a lot of time listening to all these people.
Please do.
Mr. Drew, Focalistic.
Please do.
Stoneboy, no.
Yeah. Okay. Thankfully. So this week, you know Messi.
Yeah.
You know Ronaldo.
Yes.
Messi. You know Stoneboy.
Stoneboy. Okay.
You do know Alpha Conde.
Yes, I do know Alpha Conde.
Okay. You know why he's trending?
I think there's some swag. There's some trend going on by his people. These people are bad. These people are mean. This is your former president, and you're trolling him. Because the swag, when I saw him in custody, in captivity, I thought this swag is too much for somebody who has just been deposed. And he has some kind of... So people are copying the pose that he had. Conde. So it's like 1 foot on the chair, one on the ground. So something like that, right?
Ooh.
So, Conde. Like so.
So, Africa, some of the issues.
So this is a bit of a Conde, right?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
And then I need you with a gun behind me.
I've never held a gun in my life.
This is the Conde. Or I have to open my buttons.
No. Or maybe wedgies.
Wedgies.
And a printed shirt. Oh. But you know the seriousness of it all. If we had to think about the implications, obviously the international implications, and the fact that a suspension has been slapped on Guinea, and I'm still yet to hear a response from the military junta on what the suspension even means for Guineans going forward, how it affects other sectors of their economy, including football, which matches have been cancelled and it's having to be rescheduled. But when you see trends like this, Charlie,
Ellen Johnson-Sirleaf is not happy, former Liberian president, former ECOWAS chair back then. She says, look, the way they exposed him to ridicule with the way he was dressed, you know, this is not befitting of the status of
but he was
somebody
dressed.
who was once president. Yeah, but
we've seen heads of states who were toppled, who were virtually naked. When Gaddafi was captured, we saw Saddam Hussein, we saw Gbagbo, and now we're seeing
Conde.
He has swagger.
Yeah, it looked like
they're so regal, and the soldiers were talking to her.
It's like Chris Brown backstage, you know, before a show.
And for 83,
the swag's there. You know, he looks fit. Yeah, I don't think he's happy though.
That trend, I think it's a happy trend. Under different circumstances, he might be happy with it.
I think so. We have trends. Okay.
So many more trends, but we don't have too much time because we want to focus on that employment scam issue.
Exactly.
We don't want to take too much shine off the importance of that conversation. Indeed. Because so many people are falling prey, especially in this time when kidnappings are on the rise, missing persons are on the rise. People are even using these employment scams to kidnap people.
Oh wow.
And they're using these things to compromise people's safety. So we need to be aware of all these things so we can better protect ourselves out there.
Indeed.
And that's a sit down. That's a discussion I would not
want to listen to.
I would not want to miss. I would not.
The WhatsApp number is 055-556-1034. Coming up pretty shortly, just around the corner, is a conversation on employment scams, job scams. Have you been scammed? Have you been fleeced? Have you been taken advantage of? Has money come out of your mobile money into somebody else's pocket because of a job that did not exist? Share your story, and most importantly, you will know how to protect yourself. Take a vaccine against future job scams. Show brought to you by Adonco Next Level Energy Drink, Awake Purified Drinking Water, Shield Acrylic Paint, Stallion Outlook Premier, Kaftan Tailors, and Erica. Erica on the Bekwivo. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Erica. And if you want some happy shots this morning, maybe check out the video of Messi crying when he was holding that cup in the stadium, showing it to Argentinians, and the whole stadium in a frenzy after that hat-trick. I mean, it made my evening, it made my morning, it made my day, probably make my whole weekend. So, and we'll have that sit down right after the break. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Live from GBC Studio 1. Live from GBC Studio 1, this is the Breakfast Show. Live from GBC Studio 1, this is the Breakfast Show. Live from GBC Studio One, this is the Breakfast Show. Live from GBC Studio One, this is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from... Live from GBC Studio One. This is coming live from the capital. This is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital. This is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital. This is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital. This is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital. This is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital. This is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital. This is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital. This is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital. This is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital. This is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital. This is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital. This is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital. This is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital. This is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital. This is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital. This is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital. This is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital. This is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital. This is the Breakfast Show.
how did you feel at the end of that adventure? How frustrating is it for you to finish school and not find a job that you so desperately wanted? You thought your degree would give you a job, or your diploma or your certificate would give you a job, and then you go from office to office, or you're submitting your letters by email, going to these websites, looking for a job, and then you see a juicy offer that appears to have been made just for you, and it's described with all the adjectives that will make you smile and make your lips water. And then all of a sudden, boom, no job. And you are a couple of CDs lighter for it. How do you protect yourself? How do you vaccinate yourself from the pandemic of job scams? My guest is the CEO of CyberZone GH, David Jedu. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's good to have you here. We've talked about WhatsApp fraud. We've talked about Momo fraud. And today we're talking about job scams, employment scams.
Yeah.
What are some of the red flags that you should look for? Because I do not think that people deliberately want to get scammed.
Yeah.
They actually believe that they apply for a real job.
Yes.
So what should they be looking out for?
All right, thank you. One of the things we should be checking for is information that are too good to be true.
Like,
too good to be true.
Like?
You know, with the job specification putting out there, you could see that, oh, you just need certificate or diploma. And the kind of things that they are promising to give you is too good. Like, you can't really just let it go. There you just think that, oh, my prayers had been answered. So you just do your cross that, yes, this is my dream job. But with the kind of requirement that they need just some little requirement from you, just some small thing from you, but they are promising to give you much. So information that are too good to be true.
What are some of the ones you've seen? What kind of promises have people made?
Okay, so one of them is maybe the job with accommodation, job with car. They would give you maybe an allowance, maybe your dress allowance. They will give you huge sum of salary. And you are just maybe a diploma holder. And maybe they are looking for maybe an office admin or something, just a mini job. And they are trying to tell you all these things, that they are going to give you all these things. So you could see that the information out there is too good to be true. And like what it is you have to really check the info out there, the job requirement, does it worth it? You know, you can really assess it that if a security, let me just use quote unquote, if I'm going for employment as a security guard, do I have to put some kind of things in my mind that maybe I'll have this, that? You should just know that what you are going to do, does it worth what they are putting out there? So some of the information, they are too good to be true. We have to be looking out for that. And another one is we have to always check the URL.
What is a URL?
So like if right now I want to go to Google, what I need is www.google.com, www.gbcghana.com, right? That is the URL. So that really locates me to that very platform, right? So we have to be checking that. Why? Because what happened is sometimes these fraudsters, these scammers, they really clone a website. Let me say they just copy, but it's the word is clone. They clone a website. Then if maybe the website is said to, it's from maybe GBC Ghana, and GBC Ghana is hiring some staffs, or they are putting advertisement out there, then they will try to go and clone GBC interface, then they will do it in a phishing way. So now, if you could check the link that is up there, instead of www.gbcghana.com, now become maybe www.gbcghana with other things attached to it. That means that they don't have the GBC domain. So then
they're trying to make you believe that you are going to a GBC website.
You are going to the GBC website. That's a phishing attack. And they have something we call resume harvesting. That they will just put information out there that they are putting out employment, they are hiring this reputable company is hiring this kind of specific job or like people, so you can try to apply. Now that time what they are doing is they're harvesting resume or CV. Now if you are able to get all the CV, now they target you with specific ones in your emails, of which that if you have an email, basically or definitely you have received an email with that regard that, oh, they are giving, there's this job offer, there's this job opportunity, can you apply? Why? Because they have got your resume sometimes on LinkedIn and other social media platforms. So we have to be checking that. The very important thing this morning is we always have to inspect the URL.
That is the website leading you there. And also we have to inspect the emails that come to us in our email. Example, if, let me use GBC as an example. Right now, if I should receive an email from GBC, it might be from maybe humanresource@gbc.com or jobs@gbc.com. Now, what this happen is, like if the hackers or the scammers are doing their own, what they do is, they don't have the GBC domain or GBC Ghana domain. So what they do is they now try to use free emailing system. Some are Gmail, Yahoo, Hotmail, and the others. So now the email comes from humanresourcegbcghana@gmail.com.
That should be a red flag to you.
That should be a red flag to you. So always inspect the email that comes to us. That is the very important. You inspect the email, go to their website, inspect their website, their URL. That is one of the basic things that we have to know as we try to find jobs online.
Okay, in case you just joined us, we're having a conversation on how to protect yourself from job scams, from employment scams. Have you ever been scammed before? You can share your experience with us. 055-556-1034. The number keeps popping up on your screen, so take note of it. 055-556-1034 is the number for you to send us a message about your experience of being scammed. So you've said that if you feel that the thing it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. So you need to be aware. You have to have your antenna on. You have to check the URL to make sure that the website is a genuine one. What else do you need to be aware of?
Yes, and also we have to, any job offer that they will demand money from you, be very careful about it. Because see, I'm looking for a job. Why do I have to pay for a job? There's nothing like that. There's no genuine reputable firm that will employ you and tell you that, oh, I'll give you this position, or I'll give you that, you have to pay this. Normally, it's done by these agents. We have to be very careful. Any job that they require you to make some payment, the beginning, they wouldn't ask you of any money, but they will try to tell you that, okay, send us your resume or your CV. Now, when they send them the CV, they wouldn't do much verification about it. You could see that all that they are hitting you is with just to pressure you to get a job. Now, they try to schedule an interview with you. And most of the time, this interview, they do it via maybe Hangout, Telegram. The virtual ones, they do it Telegram and other social media platforms, WhatsApp. They try to do an interview with you there. So you should also check those things. Make sure that the person or the job offer out there, one, get their physical address, get a contact, go on their website, confirm if they are doing such recruitment or they have that job offer there. Be very sure about that. And also what we have to check is any website that we log in and we are trying to fill up job offers, we have to really check that website if it's genuine. Sometimes there are online tools. It's almost 70% work. That is Virus Total, VIRUS Total.com. That is a website that you can really inspect URLs or links that are not true. So virustotal.com. So when you get there, you just put in, maybe if you've seen a link somewhere, you just copy the link, go and put it in there. Anything, it will flag it. If it's fake, it will flag it, like you see red there. But if you see green there, sometimes go very down and make sure that everything has been inspected to see. And that is 70% true. So that will just give you a whole gist about what you are doing. Then you do your physical lookup. That is to inspect the URL, get to their platform and look at what they are doing there. That would also help you. And also what we have to note is whenever there's a job opportunity out there, we have to sometimes listen to ourselves. Just sometimes our instincts doesn't match. Just what you are doing, sometimes something tells you that, oh, this thing, there's something fishy. Because what it is they are rather pressuring you. They are sending you emails like that. They are pressuring you to get a job. That should just tell you that there's something fishy somewhere. So we have to really look out for that. And also, whenever there's a job offer out there, we don't really have to rush on it. Do a due diligence investigation. Make sure that whatever you are applying, you are really sure of it. Go to your social media platform, because today, what it is all these businesses, they have their physical location on the social media. Go to their social media platform, look at what people are saying about them. If you don't know anything about the business, research about the business. Don't just send your CV out there just like that. Be very careful about that.
David, how about WhatsApp? You've talked quite at length about email and online scams. How about WhatsApp?
Yeah, so WhatsApp is also, we have they use through the smishing and the vision attack. The smishing, the phishing, and the vision.
All these ish things.
Yeah, all this
what is smishing, man?
Yeah. So smishing is through text message. So you receive links from text message. So like you'll be there and someone contacts you that, oh, let's say even this current recruitment service about the services, you there, maybe the police service or the army or the immigration, you know that they are recruiting or they are doing massive recruitment. Yeah. So, we have a link there, or we have someone you can talk to who can help you. So we want to assist you. So they will send you the link, or they will send you maybe something on the WhatsApp. There they will try to get you involved. Then they will try to say, oh, there's just an office that will help you. Now that they've got your attention, then they will try to introduce things like, you have to pay this for us to see this person. Then you should know that something is wrong. Because I always say that whenever you're looking for a job, you don't have to pay anything.
But you see, the problem is that for some of the genuine ones, do you actually pay something to buy the form? I know the medical...
you have to pay. You have to buy the form.
The army is looking for people for their medical services. And I read through the advert in the Ghanaian Times, and at some point in time, you have to pay maybe 100 cedis or whatever.
Just to buy the form. Yes. And when you buy the form, they give you a genuine link to go and fill and go and submit maybe your document.
But these scammers, can they not ask you to pay something to buy a form? And how do you protect yourself against that?
Right now, that's what I'm saying, that the link that comes, right, if there is a link to us, they send us the link on WhatsApp. You click the link, you inspect the link.
Okay.
So what are they talking about? Is it police? Quickly run to official police their website and verify. Because the only thing for us this morning is for us to verify, to be very cautious about these things, because now the attack is becoming so advanced and so sophisticated that even some of the phishing links, it's hardly to detect. So if you are not really smart and you don't check those things, they will really get you. So the issue right now is we have to be verifying the links that come to us. As you said, they can do that and they'll ask you, but you know that the police, for example, is taking 100 cedis for the form. And the form, there's a procedure to buy it. So go and look out for the procedure. You are a graduate or you are someone who is looking for a job. You have to give yourself some time to research about what you want. Don't just fall into any link that you are just creating this link. And one of those things too is about those pyramid scheme, about jobs that they will tell you that, oh, okay, you can do this job without selling the product, without doing anything with the product. So just register, refer people into it, pay this amount of money. It's a pyramid scheme that can crash. The fact that you are able to cash out something doesn't mean that it will forever be assured to you that you'll be taking money. It's a pyramid scheme and it can crash. So we have to be very careful about that. Those are some of the avenues that they are also using as far as this job scam is concerned. Okay. Someone will sit somewhere with his big idea, with big knowledge, will create a pyramid scheme. Maybe you and I will raise 100 cedis together. They say, okay, you bring 100 cedis, you two bring 100 cedis. So when the first person comes, we cash out maybe 80 cedis, like that. So they draw the scheme. When the people become so huge in the tree, it's crash. And then the top people take their money away. Okay. So we have a lot of such issues in the system that people have really crashed with a huge sum of money, because at the beginning you might cash out something. But I believe in me, if you are cashing out something today, make sure that you just know what to do and just leave that platform, because it will crash.
It will crash one day.
It will crash one day.
We were talking about a whole bunch of issues, a whole family of issues. You talked about smishing, which is the SMS scam. What are the other ones? Phishing?
The phishing. So the phishing are the links that comes to us. So So when you talk about the smishing comes on text message, so that one on your phone. But the phishing we get them on the social media. All the links that we get sometimes on the social media, those are phishing. That means that they have grown a particular platform. That when you land on that platform, they've copied it in a way that it's really like the original website. So you get there, if it's gbc.com, you get there and you see that the interface of gbcghana.com is there, but it's a false site.
It's fake.
It's a fake site.
There's another issue. There's the smishing, there's the phishing.
The vision comes through calling. Okay, hello, please, are you Mr. David Jedu? Yes, please. I'm calling from this office, and we've seen your application this place, and I want to help you out. There are almost about 10 people applying for the same position. I want to help you out, so I'll call you back. Then the person dropped the call. Then 1 hour time, the person call again. Okay, please, this is Mr. This. Your name is Mr. David, right? Okay, sure. I'm trying to help you out. So
how did they get my number and my name?
That is what I'm saying. We talk about email resume harvesting.
Okay.
The resume harvesting. We've put out our emails. Do you know the number of places that we've put our CVs on our web? Like we have to be really checking those things. Like any website, you put your CV there. Why? Because I know you're desperate. You're looking for a job this morning. But please be very careful, because you give yourself out there for them to attack you. Because so far as you submitted your resume to a particular job, now the fraudsters know that, okay, they've harvested your CV, and now they have your cover letter. They know that you are applying as maybe an HR or maybe a security something, any position, right? So then they call you, okay, I'm calling from company A, B, C, D, and the company too, they will mention, they try to impersonate such people in those authority. Then they try to say that, oh, I'm from this office, I'm trying to help you. That is the vision. They call you. Then they try to tell you, okay, I'll give you a mobile money number. Can you send me this amount? I'll help you out. Then you try to say, okay, I'll meet you on Hangout. Then I'll talk to you.
So the connection boys and the Guru guys have now gone technical.
Technical. I'm telling you, everything that happens physical those times is now on the internet. And here it becomes dangerous. You know why? Because in this country, we are not really much concerned about digital security. And I'm saying this, and I'll say it again, that a time will come, if the state, we are not really careful, we don't take our digital security very seriously, there's massive issue that's going to happen. It has started. It has started. Now, everything that happened physically, talking about all those robbery and all those things, it's now happening on the internet. So we have to be very careful. And the key here is we have to be educated. And what are we doing? We have to look for security content. At least you can find yourself 24 hours on the internet. How many minutes are you spending for how to secure yourself?
We'll end this conversation by you giving tips on how to secure yourself.
Sure.
But let's go to the WhatsApp 055-556-1034. We're looking at job scams, employment scams. This is from somebody who is yet to give me their name. And he says, or she says, I know people who registered at companies that are supposed to be genuine recruitment centers, so-called genuine job placement agencies, but they never got jobs. Is this a scam, or are they on hold, or are they on waiting list? What's going on?
All right, so there's another problem with those agencies. So they will rightfully get the opportunity. Maybe GBC is like they want maybe 3 people presenters. They're looking for 3 presenters. Now they, as the agency, broadcast it that this company wants to employ such people or this kind of position, right? So they should send their CVs. Now, you know that the high rate of unemployment in Ghana, so a lot of people rush to them. Because they will come on GBC, and GBC too will say, oh, yes, we are looking for these people, but it's in like the agency, they're handling it. So now they need only 3 people, but they will take maybe 20, 100, 200. Now it becomes an issue for them. It becomes an issue for them how they will handle these people. Now this is where the issue comes in. They won't tell you the truth. They will take all the money they have to take from you. Now that they are not able to give you the job, they will be putting you on waiting lists like that. They will be telling. At the end of it, as a graduate, they will try to go and give you some reception job as 500. It will piss you off, and you leave your money and you go. You see the scheme.
Scammed.
It's scamming you.
Scammed. Kind of set your names and where you are sending us the messages from. So this is another message here, anonymous. Where do the scammers get the merchant line people from? How are they able to get a merchant line?
See, so that's what I'm saying. Sometimes the system, we have loopholes in the system. We have to always accept that. That if you want to do something, they can go to the highest level to get it through an insider attack. They can get it from there. They have advanced way of getting it. So all that we need to note is we have to be very careful about such things. The key here is for you to be well informed about such attacks. So if I know all the attacks, when they are hitting me, I will know how to prevent myself. Yes.
Okay. Let's look at issues of, say you've lost your money. Now you've paid money to us. You've realized that it's a scam. Yeah. What's your next step?
All right. Thank you. That's a great question. So the next step, what you have to do is, first of all, you have to contact the company. Now, contact the company, go to the company and lodge a complaint there. That's the first thing. Report the case to the police to handle. Then you can also report to the National Cybersecurity Center to handle. Why? Because if, like, we are getting maybe 2-3 people of the same issue reporting about one particular company, now the system will see that, no, there's something fishy there. So they will go and really investigate into it. But if we don't do that, that means that they will get opportunity to be duping other people. If today is me, tomorrow, okay, I think, okay, for me, it's maybe 100 cedis or 1,000 you took from me, so I'm okay. But they might do to other person who is very close to you. So to solve this problem, anytime someone dupe you, even if it's 10 cedis, report the case.
Okay.
If it's 20 cedis, report the case.
To the police?
To the police,
okay. To
the National Cybersecurity Center, and also make sure that make the company aware of it. So if, let's assume, if Afuabi Digital is in question or GBC Ghana is in question, come to GBC Ghana, tell them what happened. Maybe they don't know what is happening. So just draw the attention on it and let their human resource management know about this. Then they will take the right step. They will take the right step to mitigate this problem. You know, we can't have zero job employment scam, but we can mitigate it. And how do we mitigate it? It's you and I.
Okay.
We have to be reporting. Ghana, we have that issue. Anytime something happens, they just leave it under the carpet and rubbish it. But we can really face them, tell them, even if it's 5 cities, report it. When you report it, it helps the system flag those issues. Maybe they don't even know what we are talking about. But when almost 3-4 people are reporting such issue, the system will take it up and they would really work and save other people from such scam and attack.
Do not be deceived by a juicy offer. If it's too good to be true, it probably is. You need to keep your antenna up and check the URL. And if your money has been taken away from you, report the case to the police, report it to the National Cybersecurity Authorities, and let the company whose identity they are scamming know that this is what has happened.
Yeah, sure.
David, as always, the education is great. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kofi.
David Jedu is the CEO of Cyber Zone GH, and he has been educating us about how to keep yourself protected against employment scammers. And before we go to keep a rush hour, a message on this particular conversation. Very educative program, and GTV is educating us very well on how to deal with fraudsters. I love GTV. Keep it up. Watching us live all the way from Elubo border, close to Cote d'Ivoire, is Kufogidira Ernest Akiko. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, David. Have a beautiful day.
Thank you.
Still to come, conversations on obsession in relationships, the importance of getting the right professional physical trainer, the headlines with Thelma and her ladies, and for now we're going to Ashaiman, Lebanon. No visa required. It's right here in Ghana. Ashaiman, Lebanon, and our friend Jay is on the ground to tell us exactly what's going on. Jay, good morning.
Good morning, Kalvi, and thank you very much. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Russia. It's a beautiful Friday, and I'm right here in the thick of things, right here at the Lebanon bus stop. Behind me are those who are coming from Atadeka, Zenu, coming to Lebanon, heading towards Ashama, and those going inside are those who are leaving Lebanon and Ashama, heading towards Atadeka and Zenu as well. From this side, you can get to Medina and a number of various destinations. At this point, I'll just like to draw your attention to the road on my left. That's the Lebanon Tree-Blair Road. And I would just like to bemoan the deplorable condition of this road. Drivers who use this route, who ply this route, always head towards, they can get to 22 from this side. and they complain that when they use this road, their vehicles develop a lot of problems, a lot of issues. Because there's a thing in Ghana where we tar the main road and we often leave the sides. So it's like people, as if the sides are not important, but these routes connect to the main road, and I think once they can tar them, it will help drivers and it will help the residents who stay in that situation as well. Because once it rains, the place gets really muddy, and I'm sure there are certain areas that will be flooded as well. So you can tell at the moment, if you come towards the main road, you'll see traffic is building up, even though it is moving steadily, but it is building up for those who are coming from Zainu and Atadeka, moving towards Ashama. For those who are leaving Ashama and Lebanon, heading towards that destination, they are fine at the moment. This road also leads to Medina, so from here they have a straight route going. So those who want to use this side this morning, your road is free. And so for those who are moving towards Ashama itself, you realize there's a road right in front of me that leads to a Mother of God area. I understand on a Friday such as this, in the afternoon, when they are moving bodies from the hospital and such, this place gets really, really choked. And so they are appealing if the police can come and help them during such hours, it will help. And then moving just from the road, I'll show you the bus stop, the Mother of God Hospital bus stop. There's a bus stop over there, but the vehicles who ply this route, the commercial vehicles, don't stop at the bus stop. They stop beside the bus stop, and sometimes they stop on the road itself. And this impedes the traffic flow. You see a commercial vehicle right at the bus stop, and you see trying to board, looking for passengers and all that. And you realize it doesn't stop at the bus stop. It's rather stops beside the bus stop. So if they can get this as well, if somebody can come and help watch the situation and monitor the drivers, that will help the situation, because this also creates a ripple effect for drivers who are coming from Atadeka and Zainu heading towards Ashama. So this is the situation right now at the Lebanon School Junction. This has been Rush Hour for the GTV Breakfast Show. Back to you, Kafui, in the studios.
Thank you very much, Jay. I'm just listening to the names of the communities in Ashaiman. I mean, you have Ashaiman, Lebanon, okay? You're going to have Ashaiman, Middle East. And then you have Jerusalem and Bethlehem. I think all these soldiers who went on peacekeeping came back and then named the areas after where they went. And then there's a town called, a community called Atadeka. If you don't speak ever, you don't know what Atadeka means. Atadeka means one thigh, your thigh, one. I love the names. There's what? Mother of God. I'm sure it's named after a church or something, but very, very interesting. So while we get another report from Ashaman, I want to, so I've been asking a question. I was asking my friends here in the studio, the crew, if you had a budget of 5 cedis for breakfast, lunch, and supper, what would you buy? The conditions are just crazy. But for breakfast, it will take me through breakfast, lunch, and supper, and then I get myself some water. So the whole 5 cedis will be invested in Gary and beans. Tell us whether there's plantain involved. That's Stephanie. Now, Olivia, the name of my mom. Every Olivia is like my mom, all right? Olivia says, in Kumasi, you can go for 1 cedi 50 pesos gankenke, 1 cedi fish for breakfast, and then you skip lunch. Wow. For supper, you can go for this wheat chocolate drink and half loaf of tea bread, the one with plenty of wheat flour on it. Ifya says, corn dough, 1 cedi 50 pesos. Cassava dough, 1 cedi. Charcoal, 1 cedi. Sugar, 1 cedi. Pure water, 50 pesos. Banku is set for breakfast, lunch, and supper. I love the way Ifya is thinking, man. She went for the ingredients. There's more. Efo Adevu says, cocoa 1 Ghana cedis for breakfast. Kenke 2 cedis. Fish 1 cedi for lunch. Cocoa 1 cedi for dinner. Asan. Kufo Didira NS from Elubo says, Gary and beans 1 Ghana cedi 50 pesos. Drink plenty of water. Big smiley. What happens to the 3 cedis 50 pesos? So, and those of you on WhatsApp, if you had a 5 cedi budget for breakfast, what would you buy? 055-556-1034. This food is making me hungry, but I have to go and find out what Alan is saying on the ground. Alan, good morning, and where can you report to us from?
All right, okay. Hello, good morning, and welcome to La Paz, Kafui. We are currently at the La Paz intersection We're currently at the La Paz intersection, and to my left is the road that goes into Chantan and part of Akwetema. And then the traffic flow from behind me, which points westwards. Yes, Kevin. So what you can see in your shot currently is the road that goes into Akwetema and its environs. Now, if we're panning left, which would go then into westwards, would be the traffic that flows in from Malam, Pashima, Anya, Ablekuma towards the Central Business District or into the Burma Camp Airport area. Traffic here this morning, because the lights are functional and we have a few policemen on hand, is smooth flowing. It builds up and a wait for about 3 to 5 minutes, and commuters are free to go. The intersection is not only teeming with vehicular traffic, but we also have pedestrians who are sharing the road with motorists or commuters. You have rush hour hawkers also serving food and other stuffs. You would realize that life in La Paz is really very busy during the morning rush. And indeed, that's exactly what the situation is. It would normally be a jam, but this morning, due to the presence of the police, as well as the functioning of the traffic lights, we have a very smooth traffic flowing in all directions. The direction towards the airport and also those coming from the airport area into La Paz, as well as those going using the exit into Abeka, and also those using the exit into Akwetemang, and the rest of them are all smooth flowing. You can also bet that give it another hour and traffic will be really very, very, very jammed. And that this is the situation at the La Paz intersection this morning. Back to you in the studio, Kafui.
Thank you very, very much, Daryl, at La Paz. So we covered Ashaiman, and we covered La Paz is another example, you know. So La Paz is a city in South America. It's also a community in Ghana. Charlie, our names are just interesting. Couple of messages on the job scam conversation we had. So this is from Joyce Ami here. Says, good morning. Do you know that they nearly did the same thing to me by using an MP's name, an MP from the Western region, but I fought fast. They used the MP's picture and name on Facebook. We need to work very seriously at making sure that these scammers don't mess us up. And I asked a question, if you had a budget of 5 CDs for breakfast, lunch, and supper, what would you buy? On WhatsApp, 055-556-1034, Muhammad Shafiu from Kaswa says, 5 CDs for breakfast. Hey, but you have a budget of 5 CDs, oh. You can't use 5 CDs for lifting alone. Bread, okay, well, he's going to buy only breakfast. Bread, 2 CDs. Beans with no gari, 2 CDs. How about the other 1 CD? Good morning. 1 CD for the morning, 2 CDs for rice in the afternoon, 2 CDs for TZ in the evening. And your 5 CDs is set. Do you have water to drink? Rice, TZ, and... I'm going to have my breakfast right now. And Tamale will sit down with Nana Ya and Amma to talk about the headlines, and then later on there's a conversation between Kweku and Nanaya and one Kafui on obsession in relationships, and then we'll wrap up everything with a chat about Mechu. Yeah, Timothy will be doing that right here on this show. Don't go anywhere. This is GTV Breakfast, brought to you by Don't Go Purified Drinking, Don't Go Next Level Energy Drink, Awake Purified Drinking Water, and Shield Acrylic Paint, as well as Stallion Outlook Premier Kaftan Tailors. Headlines in a bit. Don't go anywhere.
Live from GBC Studio 1, this is the Breakfast Show.
الرجيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
Coming live from the capital, this is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital, this is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital, this is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital, this is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital, this is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital, this is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital, this is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital, this is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital, this is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital, this is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital, this is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital, this is the Breakfast Show.
Are you ready? It's heat hot and we are serving you breakfast. A la carte.
It's a brand new packaged breakfast served on GTV, our style, keeping you on track and updated on news making the headlines, how to navigate traffic,
what's up with the weather,
your health check, getting you up to speed on
that maybe there should be a flat rate of maybe 10% on whatever loan that you take.
That's why he's calling for the cap.
Yeah, for the cap for whatever loan that you take. But that one, I believe, is a matter of legislation, because we have a deregulated banking sector. So if you need that, there should be some form of regulation, because he's saying moral persuasion is not helping. Of course, if I look at my bottom line, I look at how much I'm going to make with my projection of maybe 1-2% inflation per year annual rate, then I have to look at also my operational cost and everything. Yes.
Ellen, what do you think?
Good morning to you and everybody watching us. Good morning, Mayor. I just think that the banks led by Bank of Ghana, they are in a world of their own, and there's a disconnect between that sector and the rest of us, because the Bank of Ghana keeps on lowering, or they keep on bringing out figures that show that the lending rate should be lowered, and you realize Bank of Ghana is around 14% and the banks are 30-something%. And so for me, I'm an entrepreneur too. I produce pineapple juice. If I have to go for a loan, all these statistics doesn't really matter to me. The important thing is that when I go for the business loan, I would have to pay an interest of about 35%. And it doesn't make sense, with all due respect, to do any business in this country and pay with a loan and pay an interest of 35%. So until those basic things are addressed, and there's a connect between Bank of Ghana and the commercial banks, all these figures, all these statistics does not make sense to the entrepreneur.
I mean, the doctor made, there was enough blame to go around, if I can put it that way, for the banks, even government, and even the regulator. So each of these bodies being called upon to fix or adjust their operations so that the rates will come down.
They are blaming themselves. The entrepreneur is paying 35%.
Good point. Yesterday, whilst we are looking for investors to borrow at lesser rates, others are looking for jobs. Unemployment rates are very high. There's a job fair going on, organized by the Youth Employment Agency, YEA. And we're told from the scenes we witnessed yesterday at the fair that scores of people turned up and they had to stand in queues for many hours. And we'll speak to the PRO of the YEA first, and then I'll come back like we did for Dr. Kwachi. We'll come back and pick your thoughts on it. Mr. Emmanuel Kwesiefiye, PRO for the YEA, Youth Employment Agency. Good morning, sir. All right, so we'll try and get to him. But your thoughts, I'll start with you, Ellen. Yesterday, so a lot of people are looking for jobs.
Yes.
And as we talk about entrepreneurship, you mentioned that you have a pineapple juice business. A lot more people are still relying on government and other employers to provide them with a means of income. And the things that we saw at the fair, what do you think?
Well, the joblessness situation or the unemployment situation is a worldwide issue. And for us in Africa, it is projected that our issue is even higher than the rest of the world, because our systems, we are now building our systems. And so it's even difficult to get figures on the exact number of unemployed young people. But we definitely know that we have a lot of unemployed young people. And so the YEA, I can speak for them a bit before you get the PRO, decided that there are some jobs or vacancies that are yet to be filled. So you realize that getting the people to fill the jobs, there was also a disconnect. So they decided that's their job anyway, to connect employers to employees, suitable employees. And that was why they decided to organize the first ever job fair. I think they underestimated the people who would turn up. And so yesterday I hear they had to quickly adjust their things and pick up the CVs for all the people who turned up, and they are going to continue to connect them with the jobs that they are suited for. But as we are screaming for jobs and you are talking about government is the largest employer in our country. So government has to find a way of either employing the young people itself or get the private sector to employ the young people. We are also having issues about attitudes of the young people, all of us included. We'll be screaming, we want jobs, we want jobs, we want jobs. You are given a job and you realize that a lot of the young people want certain jobs. That's a problem some of the young people are having. They think they deserve certain jobs, or there are certain jobs that they are looking for. They forget that you have to build. It's a process. So some of them keep on turning down job opportunities because they are expecting some amounts of monies as salaries. When they do not have the commensurate either qualifications or experience or training.
But some do, and recently it's come up that your period of education, which could be termed as training, should count as part of your work experience.
That is for the HR experts to determine. But as it is now, that we all know, the time you go to school is not counted. It is started from when you do national service. That's for those who do the tertiary. And so you, as an employee or somebody looking for a job, you have to understand the dynamics in the system. That right now you cannot just come in and just jump to a managerial position. I mean, there are a lot of people ahead of you who have more experience. So sometimes we should start telling our young people that it is okay to pick up a job that you think you are overqualified for, and start training yourself from there. A lot of us, even though I told you I do the entrepreneurship, every other work I have done, official, or let me say what, mainstream, informal, I have to start maybe 2 or 3 grades below my qualification, so that you learn on the job. A lot of us come in, and some of the jobs, she wants money or he wants money that can get him a Range Rover. You will not get any job in Ghana in public service, or public service, that will give you a Range Rover at grade 1. Private service. You will not get it. So I think in parts of the training that they should be getting, even from the YEA, is to tell them to know what their expectations and live according to your CV. This is not live according to your pocket, according to your CV and what you have. And so that will connect them, and then they start training, and then of course they'll move up. Some of them they'll get it, and I've had a few people who have been complaining, employers have been complaining about our attitudes. They'll not turn up for work on time, they don't show any energy or interest in the job. It's like, we want job and we have gotten job and they are there. No innovations, nothing. And you can see that these people are the ones who would also are the loudest. Of course, the young people are on social media, so they are the loudest on social media. But you go in, it's past almost 7:34. Somebody is still in his or her bed sleeping when you are supposed to be on your way getting to the office at 8 o'clock. Look, a lot of bosses, a lot of MDs, a lot of CEOs get to their offices before the rest of the workers come.
But then, Ellen, you are saying that the youth need to manage their expectations and be willing to accept jobs maybe even below their qualification as an entry level. In the same breath, you're saying work with your CV and be mindful of the entry level that your CV gets you to. So should we stick to the CV, or should we lower the expectations to just enter and then work your way up from there? So a quick one, and then I'll come to you. I know you are agreeing.
You have to stick with your CV, because your CV is your CV. Your CV is you. But when you go for the interview, or you go to the place and you look at the place and you think it's a place you can go and learn and move up the system, why would you not accept something that is slightly lower, especially when you have a lot of people who also have more than what you have, the qualifications and the experience? Sometimes it just takes about 6 months, and it's just training, and you realize that you're done, and then you start moving.
Okay, let's engage Mr. Emmanuel Kwesi, the PRO of the YEA, and then I'll be back to pick your thoughts on this matter, Nanaya. Good morning, Mr. Friye. Hello, Mr. Friye, good morning.
Good morning, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
We can hear you perfectly. Good morning, thanks for joining us. Now we are having that conversation on the job fair that started yesterday, and the high numbers of young people who showed up looking for opportunities to connect with potential employers. And a comment has been made that you probably underestimated the number of people who turned up for the fair. Would that be a fair assumption?
I would not say we underestimated. We estimated, or we expected high numbers of people, but I would say that there were very high numbers, even though we actually expected high numbers of people. We at the Youth Employment Agency have been dealing with young people every day, and we know the problem of unemployment with our young people in the country. And so when adverts of this sort have gone around, when we have gathered vacancies from private companies which are available for young people, and we have advertised it and bringing everybody together, bringing these job seekers to meet with the employers themselves and to see the vacancies from themselves and make applications right from there. There are a number of times that you would hear that this bank or this company has completed its aptitude test and nobody heard it. We have made all of these available and have asked people to come. So obviously, there was an expectation that there will be high numbers of people. We have put in place measures to control the crowd, measures to be safe as regards the coronavirus pandemic, and all the others. Maybe the numbers were slightly higher than we expected, but not out of touch at all.
Right. Mr. Fiye, would you then say that if you did not underestimate the numbers, the fact that people had to spend some 4 or 5 hours in queues was problematic? Would that be poor organization, maybe? And what caused such long queues?
We are learning from the experience, and there is always, this is a maiden job fair. The first time any public sector, all the job fairs you would see in the country are usually organized by the private sector people. So the first time public sector player is organizing a job fair, and the first time it is of this magnitude, even if it's the private sector organizing. So you would see that it's not your usual job fair where you are only concentrating on the do's and don'ts of CV writing, the do's and don'ts of your appearance if you have to appear before at a panel for an interview, how to present yourself at work, the normal HR practices. This is a job fair which had the primary focus of connecting the employers themselves with their vacancies to the job seekers directly, not a training. The training was only a bit of it, an attendant activity that was ongoing. But the primary focus was to make the available vacancies available to...
We are talking to Mr. Emmanuel Kwesi, the PRO of the Youth Employment Agency. Yes,
that people were going to... Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes, sorry. So which does not mean that people were going to rush, which obviously means that people will think they have to be the early bird to catch, as people put it. So as early as 5:30 a.m., there were people who had come to the Accra International Conference Center. I mean, it is not too much out of place because there is unemployment in the country. Yeah.
Are you able to tell us an estimate, maybe, how many jobs you are offering?
Just one job to do.
Mr. Free, so I think we are having some challenges with the connection.
Yes, we're offering. I heard the question. We're offering about 3,000 vacancies from over.
3,000 vacancies is what he's saying is on offer. I think that the signal is still giving us some challenges, and we'll try to re-establish contact with you and talk more about the 3,000 vacancies. Are you able to say how many people got jobs yesterday, if you are able to share that information?
We'll be able to put that out, God willing, next week.
Right. Next week we'll get some answers to the number of persons who possibly got jobs for this. I was hoping you could talk to us about if you're making any guarantees to the people who are turning up at the job centers, at the job fair to be connected and to pick up employment opportunities. But thank you so much for sharing a part of your morning with us at this table. Mr. Emmanuel Kwesiefuye is the PRO of the YEA, which is organizing the first ever job fair at the Accra International Conference Center to connect employers to potential employees and to find suitably qualified candidates for the private sector. About 3,000 jobs on offer. Fair is still ongoing. Accra International Conference Center. The story captured in the Daily Graphic, page 13, is saying the plan is to move it to other parts of the country, so the train will not stop in Accra. It's likely to move on, and we'll wait to see where next it goes. But if you're able, you may want to take advantage of the opportunity and also be mindful that we are in a pandemic. The scenes we saw yesterday, for the fact that there is COVID,
social distancing,
it was quite worrying. But Nanaya, you've listened to Ellen, you've listened to Kwesiefuye, and he's talked about their motivation and how they intend to manage the crowds. What more would you have to?
You see, they have a vacancy for 3,000 people, and I believe they should find a way to ensure that the people who come there work within that range. We always also talk about unemployment. What is the level of unemployment? There should be some database to that effect, that we have maybe 1 million people who are unemployed, we have maybe 200,000 people unemployed, so exactly we know what we are dealing with. Because otherwise then it becomes a bit ad hoc, a knee-jerk approach, that immediately there is a cry for employment, something is done, and it's as if we are trying to employ people. So we really need to have information about what we are dealing with. There are a lot of activities going on concerning getting people employed, like the police, the military, the forces, and all that. You should also look at who is going to be employed. There are people who are already in jobs and they are not satisfied with their salaries. They might also rush there. But the priority should be people who are unemployed. They don't have a job at all. If you are in a job and you are not happy with it, I believe that they should look at the people who don't have jobs. That is why some statistics will help us. And I also believe that whatever form they are giving out should give a space for somebody to answer whether they are already employed or not.
But I find it quite fascinating, for example, that we've had a discussion on job scams at the start of the program, and the fact that social media present us with challenges in this regard, where people scam people with the thought of giving them employment. But isn't it interesting that I don't know of many job portals where you could go and actively seek for correct information about job opportunities and vacancies in companies, and so you could verify any details that may have been sent to you on social media.
For instance, in the US, there is a portal.
For anyone?
There's a portal. Yes, all these. I remember about 3-4 months ago, it was all over that immigration was employing people, and people were taking 100 Ghana from unsuspecting Ghanaians for them to be employed. But in the US, there's a portal where you can go to, a place where you can go to and actually search for a job with your qualification and experience, and it will tell you where you can get the job. But in that case, they have the jobs already. In ours, we don't have the jobs. So what are we going to put on that portal? The jobs are not available. The jobs, we can't find the jobs.
Some people, you are sending us your messages to our WhatsApp line. The number is 055556134, 055556134. Here's one. Good morning, madam. My name is Kofi from Russia, Dansoman. So Russia, if we are in Ghana, we say Russia. Dansoman, statistics show that 50% of the youth are underemployed. I don't know where you got your statistics.
Is it unemployed or underemployed?
Underemployed.
They are two,
underemployed.
They are two different.
Underemployed is probably like accepting jobs. What you're talking about. And I think this one is directed at you, Ellen. It says 50% of the youth are underemployed. So with the greatest respect, it's not true that we do not like taking up jobs which underpay us. I hold the Master of Philosophy in Animal Science. However, I was offered a job with a monthly salary of 700 Ghana cedis. And to help the madam who just spoke about data, 12% of the youth are unemployed. So again, I cannot independently verify the source of your statistics right now, but thank you for sending us that message. Here's another one which says, senior managers are to get to work on time so as to punish those who come in late, but they themselves do not get to work early. So how do they penalize those who come to work late? We see them on the road when they put on their sirens because they are late to work and they are also the first to leave. You didn't tell us your name or where you were sending us that message from. Probably best, because if your boss is watching, he might not be very happy that you are saying they come to work late. But we are talking about getting employment, even if it means being paid or being in a position that is below your qualification, and also adopting the attitude, the right attitudes that go with the opportunities that may exist. So the job fair ongoing. I want us, because we are all women at this table, to talk about that disturbing story of the 25-year-old woman who was attacked by her boyfriend. He actually poured acid on. So that's the watch. Is it the Weekend Today newspaper? And it's saying that girl 25 backed with acid by jealous boyfriend. And you see, it would be bad enough if it was the husband. Equally horrible. But the fact that it's the boyfriend, it makes me even the more angry.
Who can leave
last
her
week,
at any time?
They have 2 children together, and they live at Ashaiman. And you see, there's an accusation of cheating, and he suspects that because the story says so, because you think you are beautiful, and that is why men are chasing you. So wait and see, and I would make you look unattractive very soon.
Yes.
It sounds like a horror movie, doesn't it?
I suspected that there was some accusation of cheating somewhere.
Was it last week, Ellen? We were talking about the fact that crime against women, crimes of passion, domestic crimes against women are on the rise. And today we come and we are seeing another story. Why?
I just like I said last week, we are a society that we just feel that women do not have the right to certain things, but men do have the right. How can you accuse your girlfriend, this is not even your wife, your girlfriend,
of cheating?
But shouldn't your girlfriend owe you fidelity and faithfulness?
Cheating, monogamy. Let me borrow these words from the infamous Consular Lutrot. Cheating only happens in marriage. If I'm not married to you, I'm not married to you. I have a right. That is why I'm not married to you. I have a right to sample other people.
Sample?
Yes.
Ellen.
That is why she's not married to you. So you do not have any rights to her when you are not married to her. It's as simple as that. And we should start getting people to understand that. Even when you are married to her and she decides to cheat, you do not have a right to pour acid on her. We have men...
You have a right to leave her.
Yes, you have a right to leave her. We have accepted it as norm that men can, even in marriage, can go outside, have children, and some of the wives, being of good heart, would even, take those children and add it to theirs, and they become nursery schools, and they are collecting children. There are some men who are like that. You, the wife, have decided to stay there. But it has turned into a norm. But if a woman decides that just as you are going out and bringing babies, I'm also going to bring babies.
What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Wahala. I just find it that it's just a societal thing, because you are not married to the girl. You have 2 children with her. By the time we go into the story, he's not even taking care of children. He's an irresponsible person.
But you see, in Ghana, when you're with someone for an extended period of time, everybody starts referring to them as, oh, your wife and the husband, and you have children with somebody, and then they refer to the person as...
You can have 10 children with a man.
And if you don't call, will give you...
Yes. You are not married.
We'll give you baby.
It doesn't matter. You can even get 20. You are not married. Because when it comes even to the law, it's now that they are trying to push that women who have stayed with men that they are not even married to can have some rights.
Yes.
But when it comes to the law, you have no rights.
It's not even working. That one you're pushing it is not working.
But there are civil, elsewhere there are civil partnerships.
That is
so
elsewhere.
It's not here.
We are talking about Ghana.
Ghana is heated.
Just like you do not have, she doesn't have right to your property. She doesn't have right to your name. She doesn't have right to everything of yours because you are not married to her. You also do not have rights to her body. You do not have rights to anything of hers. If she decides to go on a sharing spree with all the men in the area, you have to keep quiet. She's your girlfriend. She's also the girlfriend to other men, assuming it is true.
Okay, Nanaya.
What shows is true?
That she was
cheating.
Yes.
I mean, she was cheating, and so
you see, cheating.
The paper didn't say there was any evidence.
You know, cheating. There is no evidence to cheating. No.
Oh, but if you catch the person,
how can you catch the person unless you go into their room? Yes. But if you haven't caught them, they can be just friends.
It could be they chanced upon compromising
please,
messages,
because
photos,
the point
videos.
is that I'm also urging women to be circumspect. You don't have to go and stay with a man and have children with a man when he has not married you. The Bible is against it. Christianity is against it. Islam is against it. Every religion is against that. It is not right. It is not right. You don't have to allow, you have to give yourself some kind of respect, so that the men cannot take us for granted.
So this man is in custody because obviously he poured acid on this woman.
It is a crime.
And she was asleep in the kiosk which they called home with the 2 children.
They're even living in a kiosk with children. I mean, how can that be?
And the children also got hurt.
With the acid.
And the children
this one, the case shouldn't even travel a day.
Now he's rented out the kiosk. Gone to look for money to add up and gone for a lawyer. And the lady is not getting money for her treatment.
Yes. And which lawyer is going to defend this man?
Everyone deserves it.
No, but this one is a clear crime. You see, what Ellen is saying, when I was in 6th form, my tutor, who was a Roman sister, I will never forget this conversation, Sister Brida. She told me that as I am growing up, I need to sample, not going to sleep with them, but I should have as many male friends as possible before I decide on who I should marry. So if this man is just a boyfriend, and it is not, if it's possible it's not looking after the girl properly, the girl can look for a better life elsewhere. If there's another man who is going to put her in a better house, treat her nicely, and even look after the children, why not?
So don't put all your eggs in one basket. For a man you're not married to.
You are not married to, because the man, if the man really wanted to marry her, if the man loves you, he doesn't waste time. He doesn't even allow anybody to even come close. He is always thinking that let me marry this woman before somebody take the woman out.
Because even when you are married, there's no guarantee. That
is the
like
point.
Was saying.
So the point is that there is no evidence of cheating. How is he going to prove that the woman cheated? So yes, how is he going to prove that? How do you? When it comes to cheating, you just speculate, and speculation doesn't merit a punishment like this. Even if you caught the person, it does not merit. You maim the person for life. And it was also
he threatened
and it was premeditated. He said that I'll pour it on you so that you won't be beautiful for another man to look at you. It is premeditated. He planned it.
I think it's evil. I think it's evil.
And it shouldn't waste time.
It links directly to a topic we'll be looking at later on in the show about obsession in relationships and the red flags, the kind of situations that would crop up that people need to be aware of to say, if this happens, I need to go.
Thelma, please, I want to tell you, when it comes to men, they are like that. They possess. They always, have you ever looked at a lion and a lioness? They always think we have territory. This is mine. But when you want to have territory, you protect territory and you keep territory well. Because if you don't keep territory well, the people in the territory will move out.
The territory will territory you.
Yes, the people in the territory
will terrorize you.
Yes, they will move out.
Thelma, even in nature, let me even use what she said. Then even the lions or the animals, I mean, along the line, younger ones come challenging the older ones. So even in nature, as a man, don't assume that because you are married to somebody or because you are engaged or you have locked hair with children,
there's no competition.
The competition. So far as the woman wants the competition to happen, it will happen. I think we just need to start educating.
Let's begin to our final comment.
Our people about our men, about some of our men about these things. That when a woman decides, I want to be with you, most women will be with you. But when you get on her nerves or you mistreat her and she decides that she's going to be wicked to you, she'll be living with you all right. But the things you can do to you, some of us.
But it goes both ways as well.
It's like the women are turning into victims. All the time is about the women. Okay. I'm just trying to bring out the point that some women can also, you know, be terrible. So the men should not assume that because you are with somebody, you should be faithful. You are not entitled to faithfulness when she's your girlfriend.
Nanaya, final comments.
My final comments are that the women should start being bold and assertive. And as you said, when you see the signs of dominion, obsession, and possession, it is time for you to move on.
If a man will say you gotta go.
Yes, it is time for you to move on, because
when you are not married.
Yes, especially when you are not married. It's a very dangerous thing. When you are married, it can be dealt with. But when you are not married, the man doesn't care. Yeah. He doesn't care. I mean, he thinks that you are not useful to him. I am saying, every woman listening to me, if a man wants you, he will marry you. If a man wants you, when a man needs you, he will marry you. He will not say that. You see me, I don't believe in long relationships. People are in relationships for 5 years, 10 years.
Should have done a degree and a master's with that time.
Yes, after 2 years, you should see some signs.
That's studying a woman like an university degree. Yes. Don't do that, guys.
Yes, I mean, that
ladies,
should change.
Again, thank you so much. Another insightful discussion we've had. We've talked about lending rates. We've talked about the job fair. And there's a comment here asking, can you find out the 3,000 vacancies by classification? Is it executive, manager, officer, entry, duration, full-time or short-term, and skilled or those are a lot of. I think that you could probably make your way to the international conference center
go on their website.
And go on the YEA website, yes. And you could find a bit more details there. Veronica, you sent us that from Kokobite. Thank you so much. Here's another one that says young women should stop depending on men for everything because these men think they own them. Let's empower our young ladies to be self-dependent so they can stop depending on men for everything. I need to scream that from the top of a roof. I agree so much with that comment. And here's Kobe from Accra. What the woman in spectacles said is wrong. What's the point of relationship or dating? It's a process that will lead to marriage. So if you say whilst you are in a relationship with your partner and you go out to sleep or have an affair with someone is right, or because you are not married, it's an advice that will destroy a lot of the youth. Thank you. But her point is you're doing it anyway. So if you're not being responsible, then no one owes you the right to fidelity. And I mean, once you don't study somebody like a university. Yes. And this is Eddie Phoenix. First of all, no human should own another human. So what is with these jealous attacks? Even in marriages, that should not happen. There should be a very stiff punishment for the man. I'm with you on that. Abdul from Tamale, a quick one before I move on. What the guy did is very wrong and must be brought to justice, though it hurt badly. And ladies, sorry to say, they are very wicked and can make you go mad when they get to know you have now fallen deeper for her. But acid bath isn't the best. Thank you for admitting, Abdul from Tamale, that acid bath isn't the best. I've been having this discussion with Nanaya Janto, our General Secretary, CPP. Thank you so much. Ellen Amadeko, of course, member NPP National Communications Team. Ellen, thank you so much.
Welcome.
Solid Friday panel. We have, as usual, strong females making Ghana proud in every sphere. And we are keeping an eye on what's happening at Foyo. When we say Foyo, the non-Ghana speakers do not understand. It means something nice. So fail a yo, and then we've corrupted that to Foyo. My colleague Alan Darrell is at the North Industrial Area, and he will tell us what is beautiful in the community this morning. Darrell.
Indeed, what is beautiful. Welcome to the North Industrial Area, Selma, and welcome Ghana to keep an eye. This is #GTV Breakfast. We directly opposite the African concrete product and adjacent to TV Africa. You will find this part of town, and we think this should be one that would have very little or no problem when it comes to the nature of roads and how that aids the industries along the stretch of road in terms of enhancing their business. On the contrary, what is prevalent, however, is the very sad nature of the road. There are two really very terrible potholes on this stretch of road, and these create a lot of traffic. Drivers or vehicular owners will tell you this has been really very detrimental to the nature or the health of their car, so that they have to buy shock absorbers every few months. In fact, these homes, they tell me, have been here for as long as they can remember. The interesting part of this is the fact that this very pothole or this stretch of road has only in the recent few months seen a certain road resurfacing. And you would think that the road that is resurfaced will be problem-free. What you can see here, unfortunately, is the road resurfacing work ending somewhere and a different chemical mixture for the continuation of the same stretch of road continuing. So you have typical asphalt on the one hand, and then you have the bitumen and stone gravel chipping mixed on the other, which comes into the heart of the roundabout. That was a break in between and created a huge pothole. And this is what is actually causing the problem and compounding traffic situation on this stretch of road. If what you can see earlier is what you call a pothole, then maybe when we come around, I would call this a manhole. In fact, this is a grave. This is a man's grave, not a pothole. It is so big and so bad that drivers will do anything possible to avoid hitting it. Because if you hit that pothole, chances are your shock absorber is definitely going to go. The worst is if you're a new driver on this stretch of road. What will happen is you will suddenly come upon it and you have no option but to hit. And if you hit that pothole, you can be certainly guaranteed that your shock absorber is going to go. Commuters on this stretch of road wonder how there are so many industries. In order not to make it look like we're picking on someone, we're not going to name any more names of industries on this stretch of road. But there are tens of them on this stretch of road. And this nature of road makes it difficult for easy in and out of the industry. It is unthinkable that this is in the heart of the Greater Accra region. It is the North Industrial Area. And so where we have a desire to build economy based on production, this cannot in any way be said to enhancing productivity. If this is the road leading into our industry, then maybe authorities along this stretch of road need to take up and ensure that at least something has been done about this road. It is unacceptable. It cannot be said to be any good road. The earlier something is done about this, the better it will be for both motorists and industry owners along this stretch of road.
For those details, and Darrell has been speaking to us from the North Industrial Area, specifically at Foyo, and he's telling us about a pothole around the Fun Milk traffic light junction, so causing massive traffic in that area. He's raised the issue of the fact that there are about 10 big companies in that enclave alone, and so people there do not understand why that has been left to get to this point where it's at now. And so we are keeping an eye on that situation, and we know that we get results. When our cameras go anywhere, the next thing we know, something is done. So that's why we do what we do and keep an eye, and Darrell has raised this critical issue. We'll be back to monitor that situation, and we'll see how quickly that result will come to the people, the people who work in the area, the people who live in the area, the people who commute through that area. And so that keep an eye from North Industrial Area. Thank you, Darrell, for that report. And we are back in the studio. Today, the GBC will be leading a conversation on youth unemployment, and it comes on the heels of the commemoration of the 20th anniversary of the 9/11 attacks the United States. That happened in 2001. And one of my colleagues who will be moderating that session for GBC, it starts at 10 o'clock on GBC News, is Abdul Hai Momin, and he joins me in the studio. Welcome, Abdul.
Thank you, Tamale.
Abdul is a presenter, producer, senior editor at GBC News. He's also host of Moment Tonight. Moment Tonight airs Mondays to Thursdays at 8:15 on GBC News. It's also repeated on GTV. We call him the presidential MP. He's the future president. I don't know of which party, but Abdul, welcome.
Thank you, Tamale.
So, youth unemployment. Today we've been talking on the headline segment about the job fair happening at the YEA and the huge numbers of youth that turned up for that event. What would be the focal point of this program on GBC News at 10?
So we're looking at the security implications of unemployment, youth unemployment, and then I was excited when you and your panelists focused on the number of people who turned out, to the extent that when they turned out, they almost surprised the organizers of that fair, because they were not anticipating that that huge number would come out to confront the issues that were at stake. And so that tells us that if you have this mass number of people out there who are unemployed, and to go back to the famous cliche that the devil finds work for idle hands, you would find that these are the same people who would go out to look for whatever means possible to survive. And in recent times, we've been having conversations about armed robbery being on the rise. We are having conversations about ritual murders being on the increase. We're having conversations about pickpocketing being on the increase, and so on and so forth. These are all security matters, but we want to link that to the 20th anniversary of the bringing down of the Twin Towers. The
what's the link between something that happened 20 years ago in America and our current unemployment situation in Ghana?
Exactly, that's the point. So you will recall that even as we speak, globally, the conversation is centered around Afghanistan. Afghanistan appears to be very far away from Ghana, but I'll give you a certain link. Afghanistan cannot be divorced from the Twin Towers attack, because the U.S. occupied Afghanistan because at the time it suspected that Afghanistan was keeping the most terrified terrorist at the time, Osama bin Laden, and then they occupied Afghanistan. So you find the link. Now, let me give you another example. For example, when you consider the issues in Libya during Gaddafi's time, in Tunisia, when the Arab Spring happened around 2011, 2012, we sat here and we thought that it was too far away from us, Thelma. And then what happened? We began to see that when Libya became unstable, and then there were weapons that had gotten into civilian hands, those civilians began to move down to areas like Niger and Mali, and in recent times even Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso, remember, is just next door to Ghana. From Paga, you're going into Burkina Faso, and we know about the terrorist attacks in all these areas. But security experts who have studied the demographics of these terrorists will tell you that they are young people. And how do these terrorists even recruit young people from Mali, from Niger, and making attempts to recruit some of them even from Ghana? It is the target persons who are frustrated because they do not have jobs, persons who are frustrated because they have nothing to look forward to.
So the youth are a ready target for persons who might want to engage in some of these terrorist activities. What's the panel looking like for this program? Who are we expecting?
We have an exciting panel. First of all, because we're dealing with youth, the Minister for Youth and Sports will be here to speak to some of those issues. Again, because it is linked to events in the U.S. In the year 2001, the U.S. ambassador to Ghana, Her Excellency Sullivan, will be here as well. We considering, in fact, we will have the chairperson of the National NCC, what's the full name for
National
NCC?
Commission for Civic Education.
NCC chairperson will be here as well, because it's a matter of educating the public as well. But we are also having one of the most senior and knowledgeable security analyst in Ghana, Dr. Norman. He will be on the panel as well. But the good thing is that we have a studio audience made up of extremely persons who are extremely knowledgeable in the area of employment or security. And so you have Adib Sani being a part of this. You have Mutaru, who is another analyst. Indeed, Professor Kwesienin, he is not coming, but he's very much solidly behind this event. And we have the Deputy National Security Coordinator in charge of counter-terrorism. He will be here as well. And so it's going to be an exciting conversation about security, but also about unemployment.
It sounds like a not to be missed discussion.
Well, we shouldn't miss that discussion.
It's at 10?
It's at 10. It's at 10 o'clock. We hope to take off at 10. And what we are doing is, because of COVID-19, we didn't invite too many people into the studio, but we expect that a lot more people will ask questions, because what we want to do is to go away from the talk shop and do what we believe will be a workshop that we can take the Minister for Youth and Sports on and say, look, this is what the youth out there, those who are unemployed, are saying and are insisting that you do for them. You sit in your office and develop policies. Those policies do not work for them. This is what they are suggesting to you. You have the opportunity of speaking directly from your homes to the U.S. ambassador to Ghana and ask her all the relevant questions relative to the U.S. and Ghana relations in connection with security matters and employment matters and so on. And so, yes, it promises to be exciting, and I'll urge everybody to come on board and be a part of this program today.
I'll certainly be there, and I'll
you're
stand
one of the
with
moderators.
you. Yes, I'll stand with you, Abdul, this morning after the breakfast show. So after we've had this breakfast, we'll have that important discussion on youth unemployment and what it means for our security. And Abdul Hai Mumin has been talking to us about that, presenter, producer, senior editor at GBC News, and also host of Moment Tonight, which is Monday to Thursday at 8:15. It's still breakfast on GTV, and we are keeping an eye once again. This time we are in Jericho. No, it's not the Jericho you know in the Bible, is the Jericho in Ashaiman. And my colleague Jay Gabra is there to give us details of what has attracted his attention this morning to that area. Jay Gabra.
Thank you so much, Thelma, and thank you for that clarification about Jericho. So, as part of the national agenda, this year has been dubbed One for Roads. So this morning on #GTV Breakfast, it's a morning off roads. So this morning, I'm at the Nakita Junction here at Jericho, and I'm here to highlight the plight of residents who have been mourning the deplorable state of their road network. Apparently, they have been crying for help for a few decades, and up to now, their pleas have been to no avail. So we are hoping with this broadcast, help will come to them as soon as possible. So behind me are Lebanon, that's Jericho, and to those who are coming from Lebanon, come through Jericho and use this side and head towards the main road. So behind me are those who are also coming from the Vaco Flats area, heading also towards the main road as well. That's the main Ashama Township. You realize that this place gets to a choke point during peak rush hour areas, and it creates a lot of confusion. And you realize the road isn't broad enough. So when pedestrians have to pass here, they have to compete with the vehicles as well, which isn't safe also. So this morning we are here to speak with some residents as well as the zone chief of the Ashama area. So I have one of them here with me right now. He's in the person of Mr. Bernard Mate. He's one of the concerned citizens who stays here in Jericho. Good morning, sir, and welcome to GTV Breakfast Show.
Thank you very much.
What can you tell us?
Our road has been bad. I've lived here since 1999, and our road has been bad. It has been very, very, very bad. Very, very bad. And it is causing a lot of problems for us. Vehicular movement and then health issues. You know that there's always dust. There's always dust around. So dust goes into people's rooms. So we are appealing to our MC, that's Mr. Ochiri, and then our MP, Mr. Ernest Nogbi. They should do something about our road. We are also part of Ghanaians. We pay our taxes, and then our roads needs to be fixed. All we ask for is our road to be fixed. Our road is very, very, very bad, and it's in a very bad condition. When it rains, it is difficult to use this road. So we appeal to the government that we are also paying our taxes. When it comes to taxes, they don't discriminate. So as long as we are paying our taxes, our road needs to be fixed.
Okay, you've been here since 99, and you say the road has been like this. Have you been appealing to authorities since then and nothing has happened?
Yes, we've been talking to MCs upon MCs and then MPs upon MPs. When they come, they promise us that, oh, don't worry, we are going to fix it, we are going to fix it. What they do is that when it's getting to Christmas, they come to pour some loads of sand or gravels here, just grade the place, and then that is all. They do that for us. This year, early part of the year, a contractor came to work on the road. He just did some small things, and then all of a sudden, we didn't see the contractor on the road again. Nobody even knows where he has gone to. We've not heard from him, we've not seen anything. Our road has been like this. It's always dusty. It's always difficult to even walk beside the road.
Okay. I understand. Is there an assemblyman of the area you can speak to appeal to the authorities on your behalf?
Yes, please. There's an assemblyman. We've spoken to him. He said he has spoken to the MC. The MC has promised that the road will be fixed, but it has been the same. We've started doing this since last year. Every year we go there, they tell us that the road will be fixed.
Okay. Thank you so much. So we've also been honored with the presence of the Zongo chief for the Ashama municipal area. So he's in the person of Alhaji Ibrahim Salisu Yaro. Good morning, chief, and welcome.
Good morning, sir.
So what can you also tell us?
Well, I want to add my voice to the earlier speaker that the people of Jericho, as well as Ashama in general, we want this road to be fixed. Our roads are in a deplorable condition. They are very, very bad. They are not motorable. And at times, it also creates a health situation because of the dust.
I understand for vehicles who use this, especially after it rains, because of how bad the road is, they usually have to maintain their vehicles and it creates some kind of expense on their behalf. Is that true as well?
Yeah, it's true. Myself, I own a car.
Okay.
In fact, the road is bad. Okay. Talk of shock absorbers and the high cost of spare parts. So it's very bad. The drivers are suffering as well as the car owners.
And as well as the residents?
Yeah, the residents too. Yeah.
But you are the chief. I'm sure you have appealed to various authorities to come and fix this road. What do you think is taking them so long to do it, to fix it once and for all?
Personally, I've gone to the municipal chief executive. I've gone to the urban roads. I've spoken to the urban roads engineer. He's my friend. And according to my source, there's a contractor, but they've not paid him.
Okay. So at this point, we'd like you to appeal to the authorities one more time, and hopefully this will be the last time you have to do it. So maybe when they see you this time, they'll come and do this as soon as possible.
Yeah, we are appealing. Ashama is part of Ghana. So we are appealing to the authorities, especially the government of Ghana, to fix our road immediately because the people of Jericho are suffering.
Right, so you see behind me the kind of choke point, of course, as you see the trailer wants to turn into the road as well. And this is what is happening right now. These are scenes from the Nakita Junction here in Ashama. So they are pleading with authorities to come and help them fix the road as soon as possible. Yes. Ashama has the road networks. It's just that they need to fix it as soon as possible to aid with the traffic situation here. So I'm glad you're able to see evidence of what happens here when there is a hold up and all that. So I have one more person here with me who will give his views and then we'll come back to you in the studios. Good morning, sir, and welcome. Please, your name.
My name is called Yaya Tahiru.
Yaya Tahiru. Okay, so please, briefly, what would you like to tell us?
I'd like to tell our people in Ghana, especially our president, our road is very bad. When our chief executive is trying to solve the problem, by the contractor take the road. Up to now, we never see the contractor on the foot. So we are here to demonstrate ourselves to people, to our chief executive, which is called Mr. Wachi Oche. Make it force the contractor, make the contractor come do the road. The road is killing us.
Okay, thank you so much. So you heard one of the concerned citizens as well of the area. So they are appealing to authorities to come and fix the road as soon as possible, and if they can enforce the contractor to come and do this, that will help them greatly. I understand because driving on a road such as this, the health implications include body pains as well, because it's not easy driving on a road such as this one. They have the road network, they just need it to be fixed, and that's all they are asking for. This has been Keep an Eye here from the Nakita Junction near Jericho. Back to you, Thelma, in the studios.
Thank you, Jay, for that report from Nakita Junction, Ashaiman, Jericho, and bad situation there, residents calling for immediate help. But you are sending us messages and you are saying that they are not alone. So Jericho people are not alone. Here's one, Julius from Anya is saying, regarding roads, the area you are in is even better. Check out roads leading to Manghyang from Ablekumakev. I wish I could take a video for you. Even if not today, I'll take a video and send to you. Do that for us, Julius. Roads leading to Palasang Anya is also an eyesore. Here's another one. Good morning, team. A humble appeal to the government. The daily traffic situation on the Adenta Dodowa Road is becoming unbearable. From Ashiye to Adenta Barrier, one takes 45 minutes. Same situation in the evenings. Please use your widely aired medium to let the authorities know we are suffering. The police at least should be deployed to assist, and that's from Anan. So Anan sent us that message. He is another one. It is saying, Thelma, our roads minister knows how to really. Peve to Hohoi Road is very bad. Daniel Eduji from Media, thank you for sending us that message. You make claims that we cannot verify, so we will not put flesh to it on this table, but we will send your consent across about the Peve to Hohoi Road. And we appreciate all the comments are sending to our WhatsApp numbers. Follow our social media handles as well, because so much more to expect. Do you know of an obsessive partner? Are you in an obsessive relationship? What are the red flags? What do you need to know? What help is available for you out there if you do intend to leave? All those details will come up in that discussion between Kafui and his panel, and you do not want to miss it. So much ahead in this package of breakfast live on GTV Breakfast. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back to continue. Stay with us.
Live from GBC Studio 1, this is the Breakfast Show. Live from GBC Studio 1, this is the Breakfast Show. Live from GBC Studio 1, this is the Breakfast Show. Live from GBC Studio 1, this is the Breakfast Show. Live from GBC Studio 1, this is the Breakfast Show. Live from GBC Studio 1, this is the Breakfast Show. Live from GBC Studio 1, this is the Breakfast Show. Live from GBC Studio 1, this is the Breakfast Show. Live from GBC Studio 1, this is the Breakfast Show. Live from GBC Studio 1, this is the Breakfast Show. Live from GBC Studio 1, this is the Breakfast Show. Live from GBC Studio 1, this is the Breakfast Show. Live from GBC Studio 1, this is the Breakfast Show. Live from GBC Studio 1, this is the Breakfast Show. Live from GBC Studio 1, this is the Breakfast Show. Live from GBC Studio 1, this is The Breakfast Show. Live from GBC Studio 1, this is The Breakfast Show. Live from GBC Studio 1, this is The Breakfast Show. Live from GBC Studio 1, this is The Breakfast Show. Live from GBC Studio 1, this is The Breakfast Show. Live from GBC Studio 1. Coming live from the capital, this is The Breakfast Show.
Me and you, alright, this is special. She don't like it, but she go jump up if you give up cucumber. Walk out for Transamadi, till a leg big and shake a real local. Baby, make I give you solid, make I even make some point I lay an hour about. She dey feel like that, she dey feel like that, she dey feel like oh no, no. She said till infinity, 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 oh no, no. She said make a push it in, a push it in, a push it in, oh no, no. Cover me like babushka. Do they like you kept marking my and your body were different and in my house. Because I'm telling me like you did. Look at the light come so they wicked. If they want you do with the banana, go determine if you go get house for banana. Only man show yourself, do what you do. Use Kayamata, you feel you juju. You don't give me your tail for a tendari. You the use phone, whatever it's set down. Take a put fire, wood for the fire. Send you the wire. Now you are go mama and I don't go retire. But good boys be like say you did. For the point to be so loud, you don't do me. Thank God it's Friday. Oh, how can I forget it? I'm over, I'll never think. She be young, no be young, or a young shit. We thank God it's Friday. Papa, when they make you play. We thank God it's Friday. Young, no be young, to be a shit. We thank God it's Friday. Papa, where you there?
It's 8:30. You're watching GTV Breakfast. Still to come, interesting conversation on physical training, why it is important to get the right people to help you with your fitness issues. So that will be coming up in a short while. Our WhatsApp number is 055-556-1034. Show brought to you by Adonco Next Level Energy Drink, Shield Acrylic Paint, Awake Purified Drinking Water, and Stallion Outlook Premier Kaftan Tailors. So we're going to talk relationships now, and the topic is obsession. Obsession in relationships and unhealthy interests or focus on a particular aspect of the relationship, or maybe stalking, giving people too much close marking the various shades of obsession in relationships. My guests are to my far left, Kweku Edumata, who is a relationship expert, and Reverend Dr. Nanaya Owusu, Chairman of Chinaifa Group of Companies. Mimamu Akwaba.
Yeah, Piafo. Yeah, I'm in there.
Good to have you all here.
It's good to see you, Kavu.
Yes.
Yes, just before we go, one of the crew was saying, Charlie, go easy on the man. I think last time you blasted the man.
I love them. I love them. But the truth must be told.
Truth must be told.
You know, hard truth. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, indeed.
Hard truth.
Today we're talking about obsession in relationships. Nana, in your work counseling people, does it come up often where somebody is obsessed and it's like his whole life or her whole life is just can't do without the person? I'm obsessed. I can't think straight.
I can't think.
Can't think straight. Obsession.
Well, good morning, Kaf. I love your outfit.
You look great.
So clean.
You look great.
Matches with your shoes.
Thank you very much.
Wow. And thank you. Good morning to all the viewers of the Nation's Station.
Thank you.
Obsession, I can also call it addiction.
Okay.
Yes, even though there are a few differences, but it's a form of addiction. You see? And the fact that somebody loves you does not mean that the person must claim to control you or have full ownership of you, controlling your movement, the people you talk to, what you eat, what you watch, who you dine with, and those things, claiming that, oh, because I love you, I don't want you to talk to these people, I don't want you to go to this person's house. There is a way to get those things across genuinely when there is a mutual understanding for the welfare of the relationship.
Right.
You cannot be in love with your husband's enemy. You cannot be in love with your wife's enemy. That is betrayal.
Yep.
But when there is a reason where the person has been so jealous to the extent that it has become an addictive love, obsession, it becomes harmful because the person can control you in such a way that even when you are going to the market, the person fears that when you go to the market, some guy is going to look at you or some particular person is going to meet you at the market. So they start to stalk you. Obsession brings stalking. And stalking can lead to fatal issues. They can even get to the extent of harming you because they want to have you or nobody else. You know, and that is not love.
So you're talking about addiction and you're talking about control.
And fatality. Yes,
okay.
Because those two things definitely can end up in fatality, where the person thinks that because of their love for you, they have to take you out of this world so nobody can have you. Especially when the woman threatens that I'm leaving you, or the man threatens that I'm leaving you. But in a nutshell, I know we will get there. We know who does that one the most. We know that. We know that.
In your experience counseling people in relationships, tell us some stories of why people behave this way, where they feel that they must control your movements, what you do, who you see. Tell us some stories.
Thank you so much, Kafri, and greetings to all viewers. You see, that person that calls himself a perfectionist always would like to see things perfect to him or her. Anything coming from the other person, it need not go on. It must be stopped. It must be checked. I need to get and take you and make sure everything is articulated and all that. Those people, they wear a certain mask, and that mask is called love. Oh, when you say, me, yes, sir, because me dog, I don't want anybody to hurt you. I want to do. No.
It's a lie?
It's a lie. Because they see that if it is not good in my eyes, you shouldn't do it.
What gives them the right to speak to somebody like that?
That is where we're coming from. Because the guy saw you right from the initial stage. They really saw you who you were. And now you think you've gotten there. And so you want people to look at you. Shut up.
Does this happen a lot with people who have been sponsored? So the man takes the lady from some level and pays for her education.
Right. Perfectly
and the woman can also do the same.
Exactly.
Sponsor somebody.
That is where one party become vulnerable. That's where one party become limited. Well, so I wouldn't say you see, just because you are that sort of caged, boxed in that vacuum, all right, I want to control every bit of you. And they use that thing called love. It is demonic, it is poisonous, it is some kind of a abodambo. I am telling you.
Demonic
it is. Because you know, when you get to that state, all that you are looking for is that nobody is right. You are right. You have the right to do. You need to listen to me. Why would you infiltrate into my movement? What is it that you want to see? I want to see how you are trying to excel when I don't know. And I want to tell you when you should excel. Okay?
What about those who say, I'm protecting you
that is the mask.
From the problems.
But is that how you protect? You protect by honoring, you protect by respecting, you protect by giving some kind of a freedom for the person to have a certain space. And then you wait for the person to come back to you, to defend to you, all right, as to when I win, this is what happens. But here you don't want that. So such people, right from the word go, they are in doubt of you. And when they are in doubt and they really want to monitor you well, they become desperate. So if you realize anybody who is obsessed is desperate. Desperate to get something to hold you on, always use it. And you realize that they make references of your old bodies just for you to feel you are nothing, you are empty. And that's what they use to pin you. So then, what Reverend said, the control comes in. The tutorial comes in. They want to know every movement of yours. Kavi, this is poisonous. You can't call this one love.
No. He says you can't call this one love. Who's more guilty of behaving like this? Is it men who generally do this or women?
I mean, like, seriously?
Yes.
I mean, like, he really thinks he doesn't know.
No, I'm asking.
Calf.
I'm asking.
It's obvious.
What is obvious?
Mama.
Mama.
Oh my God. The man. Sure. Mama.
Is the man who do it?
The man. They are so controlling, especially if the woman has the full figure. The woman is a Coca-Cola bottle. The woman is a light-skinned woman. The woman is educated. The woman is smart, intelligent, beautiful, got it all going on.
No, you are describing yourself.
Hey, Cow.
No, you're describing yourself.
What I'm saying is that for a man to start doing that, he has inferiority complex. He doesn't believe in himself. The men are more prone to control women than women controlling men. I mean, come on, the men, of course, the man is the head of the home. The moment the woman tends to be making a bit more than the man, which is now becoming normal. Now it's becoming normal. The women have gotten themselves into career, into education. They are, and you know, information will give you knowledge. Knowledge will give you power. Power will build your confidence.
So the men's ego are being threatened by the progress of women?
Absolutely. You got it. The ego, the moment a man's ego senses threats, the woman is becoming powerful. Then he has to look for something to put his feet on. And one of the easiest thing, which doesn't cost them anything, is control. Hey, why have you started coming home so late? Oh, I went to a board meeting. Oh, I went to dinner. Oh, I went to church. So then he starts looking for something to put his grip on. And that is telling you what time to get home. Now the children need you. Now it goes on to the children. Then they'll start using the children to get you to do what you are supposed to do, but you are not able to do because of your work or your career.
So emotional control?
Oh, it starts from emotional control and then it becomes physical. There are so many women who are living with men who have lost love for them, and now it has metamorphosized into control.
Now let's flip the script.
Yes.
Let's talk about women controlling men.
Right.
And Kweku will jump in here.
You see, Kafui, when it comes like you see yourself at the corporate position, and when you come home and you see yourself as a wife, all right, I have no problem about it. But where you are supposed to impose that corporate traits into the home, that is where the casualty is.
Well, that is wrong. Yes, I agree with you.
That is where the casualty is.
Yeah.
Okay? You not come and give instructions. You not come and use your left hands. You not come and dictate things. I'm sorry. I won't allow that. And that one is not obsession, because you are rather trying to tell me I should shut up, I should listen to you, because where you're coming from, they bow to you. It's a total different platform.
So what, she should keep the CEO thing in the office?
Over there, and then you come back home, we are in the home called wife, husband. The honoring, respect, value must go there, because you are a wife, or you are a wife, and I'm a husband. There is a role we need to play. So you cannot come and start issuing instructions and start directing things and then wear your voice and do all that. No. When it happens like that, just as Reverend is saying, my control will come in. And if I'm not too that vociferous, what I will do is that I will shut up. I'll close the page. I'll close the door. I won't talk.
You start the Cold War.
Exactly.
Let's read some messages. It's killing, huh? Let's read some messages here. 055-556-1034. Good morning. Please give me your name. By the time I've read this long message, your name will come because I'm reading your message. I'm in such a dilemma. I have this girlfriend who's so obsessed with me. I lost my love for her because of her insecurity and her obsessive behavior. She feels insecure even when I'm with a male friend. First, I thought it was normal, but the extent of this is driving me out, and I doubt I'll be happy if I should get married to her. I'm in this dilemma because she's pregnant for me, and I don't know what to do. Can you please help me with some advice? Please give us your name. So this is not a marital relationship. This is a boyfriend-girlfriend issue. Girlfriend is pregnant, and he believes that the woman is now obsessed with him.
Of course, you want to make her pregnant. Yes. You're starting everything on the wrong note.
She's afraid he'll leave or something?
No.
Yes. It's fear.
You know, the woman is trying to control the man. Huh?
With the pregnancy?
No, with the pregnancy. Well, the control came before the pregnancy came. You understand? She thinks that if the man is not showing her love or giving her love, then let me sleep with him. Huh? Let me carry his baby. Then
is that what it's called? Trap the man.
Yeah. And he'll be all mine. But if I wish I could speak to that woman, she has totally got it wrong. She has reversed nature. She has reversed the law of love.
Exactly.
She has reversed it.
What is the law of love?
The law of love, you have to, first of all, come to God. Tell God, this is the time that I want to fall in love. Let somebody find me. The Bible says it's the man who finds a wife. It's not the woman who finds a husband. But the woman must make herself available to be found.
Make yourself findable.
That's it.
Click on, remember the Wi-Fi thing that I brought I said some time ago. The man is like a Wi-Fi. Huh?
Roaming.
The woman's antenna is on. Anytime she gets to where the network is available, it will connect. Do you understand? As for the man, he only goes to the hotspot. Wherever he feels the hotspot is alive, he will go there and he will grab it. But the woman is open. So when the Wi-Fi comes, the Wi-Fi must come. The woman will connect. So if you're a man and you are sitting down, you're waiting for, the woman to come to you. You have to go. But the woman must make herself available. That's why I keep saying that. You are a woman, you are in a church of 10 people. The men there are married. What are you doing there waiting for the man? You have to go to programs. I'm not saying you should leave your church, because my church is not a loud church. But you must be able to associate yourself with other churches, programs, go to events, make yourself attractive.
So that the connection, you increase.
Otherwise, your Wi-Fi will die. Your battery will die. Huh? If your battery dies, there is no connectivity anywhere. Your battery must be active so your Wi-Fi will stay on. then somebody can say, look at that princess. I want to make her a queen. Then the king will find you and make you a queen. And when the king finds you, you the queen, you install the king. Have you seen a king installing a king before? It's the women who install the queen, the king. The woman will install the king. So the woman must create the environment for a king to come. And when the king comes, you install him. And after the king sits, he will say, where is my queen? So the king will find the queen after he's installed. So if you're a woman and you want to be a queen, look for the arena where you can create an environment for a king to come. And when the king, this is a long...
This is a serious, parabolic
This is
conversation.
What makes women so powerful.
Yes.
When you're able to rally around to get the one you really want, and the man looks up to you, you won.
How do we help Kweku from Kaswa, who has this problem? He says his girl is obsessed with him. He's losing his love for her because of insecurity. She doesn't trust him.
The lady was looking for attention, was looking for belonging, was looking for protection. And somewhere along the line, Kweku probably had inconsistency in all the promises that he's doing. So the lady is now awakening that, hey, you've gotten me pregnant now. I still can't see your flow as confirming as you are. And so this time round, I'm not going to leave any inch open. I am going to pinpoint issues. So I want Kweku to go back and check his line of activity, words, and fulfillment to the lady.
Alrighty.
If he doesn't, because of the pregnancy,
No, I think the girl, the lady also she has some psychological issues.
Okay, which she needs to handle.
Yes. Okay. And if those things are not handled, it can affect the relationship if it escalates into marriage. Okay. So they both need counseling.
They need counseling. Yes, let's go to the next contribution. 055-556-1034 is our WhatsApp number. Send your issues in. I feel like I'm like a doctor, passing it on to my specialist. Shoma from Nigeria says, obsession in relationship is not normal. Any man obsessed is like imprisoning the wife. He wants to control her. He doesn't want her to explore or find herself. At some point, the woman will lose herself and it will cost her her mental health. Sure. That's a comment there from Chuma. Thank you very much, Chuma. Another message here. This is Apia from Sunyani. I dated a lady I really love. In fact, the obsession was deeper than the ocean. The lady dumped me and later told me she wants to get back. I'm confused. Any advice for me? After the breakup, she boldly told me she pretended as if she loved me, but I loved someone else. Now she's begging to come back.
No. Bad news.
Bad news? Okay, you got your answer already,
danger.
Man.
Bad news.
They say danger. Okay, good morning. This is Emmanuel Labi. It's quite interesting. Mine is on the session of the woman panelists that when women are beautiful, the men tend to be obsessive. I think it also depends on what the woman has done in the past, and that has created issues of trust.
He got it wrong.
He got it wrong?
No. I mean, how can you be obsessive when the woman is beautiful? I mean, no. What I'm saying is that the man, if the man doesn't have confidence in himself, he's insecure. So insecurity in the man is what generates the obsession about the woman. Oh, my wife is too beautiful. So if I let her go everywhere, somebody will grab her. My wife is too intelligent. She can speak very well, and I cannot speak. The man has no confidence.
So how does he get an injection of confidence?
Let him learn. Information brings knowledge, knowledge brings power, and power brings confidence. Without information, you cannot be confident. So inform yourself, how do I handle a woman who is more powerful than me? You should go and ask Angela Merkel.
Germany.
Yes, go and ask powerful women. Go and ask Oprah Winfrey. Ask the powerful women. Ask their men. You must build your confidence. Allow the woman to flow. In the first place, she's bringing the money in. Anyway, what's your beef? Allow her to flow now. Give her the encouragement she needs. Love her. Make good love to her. Let her feel you. Let her enjoy you. Let her miss you. She won't go anywhere.
Marty.
She won't go anywhere.
Obsession in relationships comes from familiarity and too much closeness between two people. I think you should only love someone 50% so as to maintain a healthy relationship. What do you think of Eddie Phoenix's theory?
What is the 50%? Where is the 50 going to go? Well, are you 50 yourself? Are you 100? What is it? We are living in denial.
So the way you attack me is like...
I know you. I can't do that to you. But the guy has taken a stance, all right? He believes that if I go in full, I may probably not be able to survive. So let me go halfway through. So always peeping, eavesdropping, wanting to find out, to confirm. And such people will never say what comes from you. It's right. No. They want to confirm it from other people. And then they will start delving, searching, driving at night, peeping where they are not supposed to do.
Tracking.
You see the
checking
thing?
Your phone.
Stop it! Be 100% and let the openness be there.
Okay. Yes. More messages. 055561034. Good morning. Enjoying the discussion. I'm dating a lady, but she packed out of my home. She's staying alone, pretending things are okay, and wants me to marry her. What should I do?
Give me the reason for you packing.
No, she packed. She's not married to you anyway. So
okay. So they were living together.
They were cohabitating.
Okay. And
she left. She left because maybe she's giving you a yard to marry me, and she waited and waited, and the marriage is not coming. So she packed and left.
Definitely, sure.
So cohabitation in the first place is wrong.
So you're fooling me.
You know, it's wrong. How do you pack your bags and go and live in a man's house when he hasn't paid your dowry? You have to respect your father and your mother, your family. Honor your family. As a woman, honor your family. Don't allow a man to come and live with you, or don't go and live with a man when he has not married you. It's disrespectful to your family. You know, I think that people want to give all sorts of reasons to make this right, but it is wrong.
It is wrong.
More messages, 055-556-1034. What I meant is that this Emmanuel Labi, there could be issues of trust when the woman has done something in the past which affected trust. So he's just explaining himself. Another one. Good morning. Kobe from Techiman. Loving the topic. You want to have the contacts of our panelists. We'll get it to you at the end of the show. Obsession is an emotional disease and madness of the heart. Do you agree?
Of course, yes.
You agree?
Well, and it can be fatal. I said it could be fatal.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the bottom line of it is that there is a D, death.
That's fatal.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's linked to jealousy too, isn't it? Today I had a story about a lady who was bathed in acid from a jealous partner.
Yes. Oh, that man, in fact, I'm a woman of God. Yes, I can make her say he doesn't deserve to live. How?
Props for both of you. Loving this topic of Bapa change. Uncle Kwekwe Dumata, I love the way you present such issues. Always learning about relationship issues. God bless you abundantly. God bless you, Nanaya. Good morning. Most women ignore their men after being in a long relationship. They start calling them old man.
Hey.
But he used to be called honey.
When you are a man, she's also a woman.
So the man automatically becomes obsessed because he's losing the woman. Doesn't want anyone to have her.
But that's not healthy, you know. Love is not controlling.
No.
Go and read the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 13. Take your time. Today, spend only 20 minutes or 10 minutes and read the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 13. Read from verse 1 to the end. When you finish, you call me and say, thank you, Rep. It's all about love.
It's all about love.
And when you read the book of 1 John chapter 4, it also talks about love. God, have you seen God before? But you claim that you love God. The person that is next to you, you cannot love the person. How can you? The Bible says you're a liar. Especially also when you go and take the person's hand from her family. I will love you and cherish you forever till death do us part. You put the person next to you. You must treat the person right. The woman must respect the man. If you are a woman and you are insulting your husband, you must bow your head in shame.
Stop it.
You don't deserve that man. No man deserves any disrespect or insult. The ego of a man is all he's got.
Exactly.
So the moment you attack his ego and he feels threatened, then he starts insinuating, oh, is she getting money from somebody? Is somebody sleeping with her? You see, now she has a degree. You see what she's doing? Now she's looking beautiful. I will throw away all her hair. Sure. I'll go and take all those wigs and throw them away. Yeah. And the man becomes he becomes very jealous. And the jealous will propagate into other things.
Get to obsession.
Addiction, and then it becomes fatal.
If you feel you are getting obsessed in your relationship, and we're wrapping up, what should you do? Quick tips.
Quick one. You have to dwell in knowledge. You see, you should be able to understand the state you find yourself. Don't listen to yourself. Keep listening to other people. Because the more you listen to yourself, you become obsessed because you think yours is right. Yours is good. I want to see it this way and not any other person. Just like this scenario you made mention of. You pour acid on a woman. Why? Because people admire her. Why? Because everybody says nothing. Before you met this woman was coming from somewhere. So dwell in knowledge that, look, I have the privilege to hold you, I have the privilege to talk to you, but it's my duty to grow you and keep you.
So dwell in knowledge.
Dwell in knowledge.
How can people reach you?
026-513-4644.
Again.
026-513-4644.
I hope you've recorded it so you can find the number if you missed it. Now, what are your tips for someone who wants to work on themselves? The person thinks, Charlie, I'm getting obsessed. This is not healthy. How do I work? He said, dwell in knowledge. What do you say?
Okay. My heart is really burning because of this asset thing. No human being deserves to suffer for love. There are times when people think that if I don't do something for you to see that I love you, then I don't love you. Love is pure. And you must give of yourself. Don't control anybody. Don't sit on men no be any jeso. Men ma odo na office woman obi no. Emma won't turn any jeso. If you are going in for a powerful woman, you must know what you are going in for. If you are going in for a powerful man, look, you cannot marry a soldier man and expect him to be home every day. No. He will go to Saudi Arabia. He will go to Sudan. So what you are getting, what you are going in for, is what you get. You can marry every day. You think you'll be home every day? No. It's on GBC. Live, Mrs. Day. F1. So you understand, what you are going in for is what you will get. So you must educate yourself. Read about it. When I go and marry a caterer, will I have her in my house every day? Go and read about catering.
That's right.
They are called at 4 a.m. to go and cook. They get orders. They don't sleep. So you must educate yourself with the person you are getting married to. If you are going to marry a pastor, you'll be traveling. So if you want to travel with him, sit down and talk to him. Let him agree that you'll be traveling with him. Let him agree before you marry him. Indeed. Otherwise, you marry him, the next day he's going to Abuja to preach. And he will leave you in Kofi Ase. So
you should know what you're getting into. How do people reach you?
054. The humor is good. 054 566 5000. 054 566 5000.
Thank you so much. Kweku Edumata is a relationship expert.
Yes, sir.
And Reverend Dr. Nanaya Osaje Fuwa.
Hey.
She's born the same day as Nkrumah, so we're giving you Osaje Fuwa.
I'm humbled.
Thank you.
Ghana for Osaje Fuwa.
I've installed you. The women installed, but this I have installed you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. God bless.
Thank you. Thank you.
And if you want to be obsessed with good knowledge, they are the people you want to listen to be obsessed with good knowledge. That's a good obsession that I recommend. Let's now go to the Accra International Conference Center. Yesterday, there was a job fair that attracted hundreds, if not thousands, of young people obsessed with getting employed. Our man Alan is on the ground. Alan, take it away.
Hello, Kafui, and welcome to the International Conference Center. As you mentioned earlier, this job fair organized by the YEE, the Youth Employment Agency, started off yesterday with thousands of young people thronging the International Conference Center in the hope that they will grab a job from any of the vendors who are here to also try and provide certain opportunities for young people across the country to get a job, to land their dream jobs. On site, we have so many of them, hundreds of employers, hundreds from insurance to services to manufacturing. They're all on site, and it is really very exciting to see that many young people thronging the place in the hopes of finding a job. If you have the privilege of our eye in the sky at the moment, you will see in your shots hundreds, if not thousands, of young people out there trying to land a job. we managed to speak to some of the organizers, and we have Mr. Jima, who is a regional director, who's accepted to speak to us and give us a certain insight on what is currently ongoing. I'll bring Mr. Jima in immediately to speak to us. Good morning, welcome to GTV Breakfast, Mr. Jima.
Oh, thank you so much. First of all, I'm not a regional director, district.
Oh, you're a district director. Yeah. Thanks for the correction. First of all, you started this off yesterday. Would you want to bring us up to speed to what it has been from yesterday till now?
Okay, first of all, thank you to your the cherished viewers. YEA job fair, I mean, as you saw it out there, there are a lot of youth out there rushing in to see for job opportunities. You understand? When you look in there, we have about hundreds companies in here. You understand? So, I mean, yesterday there were quite a number of them that came in here, and most of them got what they were looking for. So most of them dropped their CVs as well. And the feedback is very encouraging. And so we just have to thank the President, Nana Danko Akufo-Addo, for his good vision, you know. Job issue is something that we all want to fight to make sure that one day you wake up and see that, I mean, Ghana, we don't have such deficits in Ghana here. I hope you agree with me.
Sure, I do. And reports as of yesterday points to the fact that it was a bit chaotic because people arrived there and they didn't know where to go, they didn't know what to do, they didn't even have a clue where they have to be. Could you paint us a good picture? If someone is arriving over here this morning, where would they go? Where does it start from to when they drop their CV? Do they get interviewed on the spot or they just passing through?
First of all, when you come, you realize that some of them were sitting at a tent. You understand? Wherever you're supposed to go is being written out there. When you entered, you can see. You understand? So when they come, you register over there, and then there are ushers around there. They will direct you where you're supposed to go. You understand? Everything is systematic. I mean, so when they enter, they'll go in the main hall. Then they will address them as what to do. Okay? Before they will put them into groups. Depending on what you are looking for, then they will usher you to where you are supposed to go. So everything is under control. The picture printed out there, I mean, I don't know where it came from. The picture printed out, I don't know where it came from. But, I mean, the officials over here are doing massive work. And I'm surprised that sometimes people don't talk about the good aspect of it. But little issue, then they report bad of it out there.
Finally, what do you hope to achieve with this fair? Do you expect that everyone who attends this fair will actually have their expectations met, they get a job, or they won't go back the same?
Sure, of course. I mean, that was the main motive of the job fair. I mean, the number of people came here. I mean, they came here with much expectation to get a job. And Nana Danko Akufo-Addo and our boss, the CEO, Kodia, they've created a platform, you understand? So it's up to them when they come in here, they'll grab the opportunities. Once someone creates the opportunity for you, the rest depend on you. So when you come, you open your eye, look around, and of course, you go in for what you're looking for. When footballer gives you pass, what do you call it, a midfielder, you go a pass to a striker. Yours to score the goal. So if I've given you a clean pass, keeper is not in the pool, and you decide to put the ball outside the goalpost, I mean, who is supposed to blame? I hope you understand. So we are just to encourage the youth. His Excellency, the President, will continue to create opportunity to the youth, and you want them to take advantage so that, I mean, together we will build a country. Because since we know that the youth are the backbone of the economy, so we are supposed to do that, and we're going to do so. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for speaking to us. Well, as you've heard for yourself, and obviously for those of us who have the benefit of being on the ground, it is not as chaotic and as
bad as you probably have some news items or news channels want us to think it is. Arriving here this morning, I was personally impressed with what I saw, and the registration mechanisms are so easy to identify. And I must also point out that every COVID protocol, as far as wearing nose masks and also using hand sanitizers, are kept too, and you cannot access the building unless you've gone through a certain hand sanitization and you're wearing your nose mask. I also seize this opportunity to assure all young and job seekers out there that at least if you can make it out here, there can be some hope of you landing that dream job you're seeking. It is the last day, and don't let the last day pass you by if you missed yesterday. This has been Keep an Eye from the International Conference Center. Back to you in the studio, Kafui.
I went there with my best friend Kule. Kule there with a girlfriend Sheila. Ghetto girls they like Takasufi. So many pretty girls inside my mule. I just wonder which kind of party everything about everything day. Oh shit, I get many girls that they come from away. Asian boys that they like to throw away. Almost go pay. We just having fun. We want career. Crazy girls like an stallion. But my girlfriend they get the champion. That's something you hold on tight. Hold on tight. Hold on tight. Hold on tight. That's something you hold on tight. Hold on tight. Hold on tight. Hold on tight. Alright, you're listening to Chichu Band. My baby.
Yeah, I wish I could continue with the dancing, but there's other equally interesting stuff to deal with on today's show. GTV Breakfast is going health and fitness right now. And I have with me a professional bodybuilder and certified physical trainer, a master. I mean, these are just like maybe 1/3 of what he's won in his career. And he's here to talk to us about the importance of getting a professional to take care of your fitness goals. So certified master trainer, Thomas Tusori. Good to have you here.
Thank you. Good for having me.
Man, I've just been admiring your biceps and your whole chest. It's like a whole mountain on its own.
Getting ready for a show. So
getting ready for a show.
Yeah.
How long do you have to prepare before you get on the stage and do your your poses and things?
So I'm preparing now. So probably it takes me 12 to 16 weeks to condition.
Wow.
Because I had from January to now to bulk up.
Okay.
And I have 12 to 16 weeks to condition.
Okay.
What do I mean by condition? When I'm bulking out, I can eat anything I want to eat.
Anything?
Anything I want to eat.
Anything?
Anything. Anything. I can load my cup any time I want to load it, I load it. That's when I'm bulking up.
Mm-hmm.
But when I'm conditioned, I'm in my condition stage, I don't eat anything. I have to watch what I eat.
Okay.
And I have to eat, I have like to prep my meals, eat like 6 times in a day.
Times?
Yeah, 6 times in a day. 6 times doesn't mean I sit and eat fufu and get full, eat banku and get full. No, it comes in small quantities.
How small, like a fist?
Yeah, like a fist. Maybe my pre-workout meal should be maybe like this.
Ooh.
Yeah, probably small rice, but it has to be variety.
Okay.
Rice, chicken, some vegetables. That's my pre-workout.
Okay.
Then after, I get another rice as post rice. Then with maybe because after I've worked out and body need food, so then I do rice, vegetables, and steak.
Okay, meat.
Yes. And after that, I do potato and vegetables, or chicken breast, potato, vegetables, chicken breast.
Charlie, if you're a hustler, you can't be a bodybuilder.
That's the thing.
You cannot be a
that's the thing. Because this bodybuilding thing is a passion we have for it. It's not about what you want. It's about the passion. Because if you don't have passion for it, you can't be disciplined. And this bodybuilding, if you're not disciplined, my brother, forget it.
You can't do it.
You can't do it. Because during the condition that you are hungry, because it gets to, so when it gets closer, you have to deplete. When I say deplete from carb, you don't do carb again. Can you imagine like with a carbohydrate?
No rice, no potato, no bread.
Potato, no bread.
Eat, just like a rabbit?
No, you eat vegetables and protein alone.
A lot, okay.
Alone. Life without carbohydrate is like hell. Trust me. You don't even want to talk to me because you talk to me like, why are you talking to me like that?
I'm picking up my rice.
You get pissed quickly.
And then you're done. I'm really excited about why you are here because in my research, you were talking about sorting out training for people in the corporate executive world. And so as a certified master trainer, you help people to achieve their fitness goals.
Yeah.
Why is it important for somebody not to just get up and start pumping iron or jogging 2 kilometers a day or swimming? Why is it important for them to have somebody like you take care of their goals?
Okay, so in fitness, to be able to get what you want, you have to get the basics right. And you can't get the basics right from somebody who doesn't even know what he is about, who doesn't even know the difference between a bicep muscle and a tricep muscle.
What's a bicep muscle? Just show me.
So this,
on your arm.
This is the bicep muscle.
Okay.
This is the bicep muscle.
Right.
It's called bi because there are 2 muscles.
Okay.
And then this is a tricep.
Okay.
It's tri because there are 3 muscles.
Okay, where are the 3?
This one, and this is the middle, and this is the lower.
Okay.
You understand? So
you don't know your anatomy.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're not called a master or a certified trainer for nothing. You You learn all this because you are dealing with a human body. So you have to know what to do at a particular time. You don't just, like, you pick a client and you straight away, let's do squat, let's do bench press, let's do back workout. It doesn't work like that.
Okay.
So the need to have a master trainer is to maximize your goals and then for a minimal injury, right? Because he knows, a master trainer, a certified trainer, he is trained to know how to deal with all that, how to manage your pain. You can have, I can train somebody who has lower back pain and make a chronic pain. I can still train them because I know how to train them. I know what to make them do and what not to make them do. So the need for a master trainer is important. It's very important to manage and then prepare a well balanced program for the client.
How long did it take you to get this knowledge to make you a certified master trainer?
Okay, I started, I think, a month before the lockdown.
Okay.
And then I registered for the course. It's ISSA. That's like the top school in the world. It's not in Ghana, actually, United States. So I registered for it, and then I started taking. It's total about 6 courses. You have to do all the 6 to become a master.
Okay. And what areas do you deal with in terms of becoming certified?
All right. So you choose, but I chose certified personal trainer. I chose senior specialist in senior training. I chose transformation. I chose strength and condition. Then I chose nutrition, and then online training as well.
I'm guessing that for seniors, that's like people who are
about 45 going.
Man, I'm a senior?
Yeah, you're a senior. Yeah, 50, you're a senior.
All right.
Yeah, so...
why is it important for you to train people who are older?
Okay.
We normally think of bodybuilding and fitness things as for younger people, but why the older guys?
Okay, with what people don't know is, as we age, from 35 upwards, you start losing muscle, lean muscle mass, you lose your bone density. The only thing to make it stabilize or get it back is to lift weight. And lifting weight doesn't mean you go to the gym and lift the weight I do, or the weight the power lifters or whoever they do. No, that's why you need a certified trainer to be able to guide you, as somebody who understands your body. Because what I will do, you can't do it.
I'm looking at your biceps. I know I definitely lift whatever you're lifting.
You might. There are old men in the gym, like 60 years old men who can do what I do, but because they've been doing it for years, for a long time. But it doesn't mean you come in now you can do. You have to take it easy. Even they doing it is not important, but it's for the passion they have for the game, and that's why they're doing it. But when you are aging, it's very, very important for you to lift weight.
How about women who are afraid that if they start lifting weights, they'll lose boobs, you know, and their body will change drastically. They may not look attractive again.
So there is a way to train women. You don't train women the way you train men. I have women that I train. You have to let the trainer know your goals. Oh, I want to be like this. I want to be in this way. Everyone that comes to the gym, oh, I want a flat tummy.
That's the most common request.
I'm telling you, bro.
Most of the women want
every woman, trust me, go to the street and ask, oh, if you go to the gym, what do you want to do? Oh, I want a flat tummy. Yes, we know you want a flat tummy, but I'll do my part. What will you do at home? Because I won't be with you at home. The main thing about this fitness thing is about what you eat.
Okay.
You understand? It's about what you eat, because if you don't eat right, you're not going to get your results.
What food you have to eat to get a flat stomach?
Oh, you have to eat clean.
Clean? What is the dirty food that we should avoid?
When I say you have to eat clean, you have to eat healthy food, like your vegetables. You have your eat a good carbohydrate. When I say good carbohydrate, the protein, the potatoes, and your this thing, what's the name? Brown rice.
Okay. What's a bad carbohydrate?
It's not a bad carbohydrate, but refined carbohydrate.
Okay.
They stay in you for long, like white rice. You eat white rice. Some people cannot digest it fast, as maybe I will or you will. And it depends on our bodies and what we have to eat and what we don't have to eat. Someone like me, I can eat fufu and sleep and still wake up with my 6-pack on.
Okay.
But you eat fufu and maybe you find it difficult in sleeping, and when you wake up, your stomach is in front of you.
Okay.
You understand? Because we have some of us have people have fast metabolism system. You understand? Your metabolism is fast. You can eat what you want to eat.
So when I want flat stomach, what do men want? What do men want? What's the most common request for men who
like
want?
When men, I want to get nice chest, some nice
like
arms,
yours.
Nice arms. And that's about it.
That's it.
Yeah.
But it's hard work, right?
Hard work. It's fun. Hard work, but it's fun. You have to have passion for it, and you love what you are doing.
And so that's those are pictures of what you doing your stuff.
Yeah. There's me doing.
Where is this?
This California Fitness.
Okay.
Yeah, there's me doing leg press.
This is a leg press.
Yeah, leg press. Working on my legs, working on my quads. Yeah.
Okay. So how long have you been bodybuilding?
Oh, that's like a decade. I think I started
just 10 years.
No, more than probably 20 years. I started 2000.
I can't really even guess how old you are. I can't tell because you look young.
Yeah, so guess.
I think you're younger than me, definitely. I'm 50. You can't be 50.
I can't be 50.
Yeah, you're 36.
I'm more than that.
Really?
Yeah.
No, you look really young.
Yeah, more than that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so it's working.
It is working because, you just have to, I can't take me out of the gym and you are killing me.
So this is what you do full time?
No. I'm still a student.
You're still a student as well. Okay. Who is your oldest client? I mean, that you're training. What's the age?
Mr. Dake, 67 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what kind of regime have you put him on? Is he lifting weights and things?
Yeah, he lifts weights. 67. He does everything I do. Yeah, but in moderate. And then Mr. Car Money.
He's also a strong fitness guy. 50 something. And he's pumping weight.
He's pumping weight. You'll be surprised to see me, and especially we train on Sunday. You'll be surprised to see us rocking shoulders together. I do, he does, I do. And he only trains twice. Okay. I'm telling you, you don't even need to do like I do.
Okay. How often do you train? Every day?
No, I have off days. Maybe like some weeks I can take 2, some weeks I can take 1 day off.
Okay.
Yeah, depending on maybe my coach want to see me and see how I look. Like this is my season. I'm preparing. Or he want to see me. I have to be available for him to see me because he doesn't see me often. So if Saturday is my off day and he's free on Saturday, I have to be at the gym.
What's the future for the work that you're in? Now that you're a certified master trainer, how do you see the future? Are Ghanaians really interested in this whole fitness thing, or they just talk, and they don't want to do the work?
Now it's better than when I started because now there are gyms everywhere, and the gyms are always packed. That's the thing. The gyms are always packed. But sometimes I go to certain gyms and I see people. The thing is, we need to be educated more. That's the most important thing because people go to the gym and they end up getting injuries instead of getting fit. Yes, because they don't get the right people to teach them what to do.
And that's why they need to have somebody who's a professional knows what they're doing.
A professional.
How can people find you?
Yeah, you can find me. I'm available at most of the gyms like Fit Trip, California. I'm always there in the morning. Then finish, I'll go to school and come back before I train. And then on Sundays I'm at Fit Trip. Sometimes aviation. I mean, you can always call me if you need my services. Yeah. So that's about it.
And are you on Instagram, social media?
I'm on Instagram. Sweet Tommy _.
Sweet Tommy.
Yeah.
Your chick gave you this name.
My mom.
Your mom?
Yeah, she said I'm sweet, so she gave me Sweet Tommy.
She's too sweet. Did you come this here to do bodybuilding?
My mom, the truth of the matter is she never liked it.
She never liked it?
She never liked it. Because when I started in 2000, her friends were always telling her, oh, why is your son doing this? This is for bad people. And at the time I had finished SS. And she called me and said, this is what her friends are saying. And I asked, so what are you saying?
Yeah.
She said, oh, people who hit the gym are not educated. And at the time, mom was on me, on my education. And every time, you have to learn, you have to learn. So I told, one time I told her, do you see me do bad thing? She said, no. I'm going to do what you want me to do. But this is what I love. Let me do it.
That's it.
And she didn't say anything again. I remember one time I was sick. And then I lost everything, and my friends came, and they came to visit me. From there, they said they were going to the gym. Then my mom came. Tommy, aren't you going to the gym? So I told my friends, I was like, so you like it, but you were pretending.
All right, okay. Listen, can we close out with a... I was going to ask Thelma to do some exercise with you, but I don't think she will agree. So can we close out with something that will be set me on the road to fitness? I want to do something interesting here.
Yeah, so you can... you don't really need equipment to be fit.
Okay. So
yeah, you can do some push-ups, some free squats.
Okay.
And then...
Some free squats?
Yeah, free squats.
Without any equipment?
Do this, yeah, without any equipment.
Okay, so you want to show me?
Equipment. Yeah, I can show you.
Okay, all right. So
what is that?
Yeah, maybe somewhere in front. Okay. All right. Charlie, pray for me.
Ouch.
Yes. Put it in your back pocket. Okay, so what do I do?
Okay. So...
Okay. So come this way.
Yeah, we squat.
We squat?
Your barbells always have to be right. So you don't stand straight, because when you stand straight like this, you end up squatting in your knee, and you have problems. So open your legs slightly like this.
All right.
Your trouser can just go down?
Can it go down?
Okay, that's the problem.
Yeah.
You don't go down like that. Let me... No. Watch me from that. This
okay.
So that you can do. So you go down this way. So you start the movement from your hip.
Okay.
So you go down this way. Down all the way. So this way, slow.
I can see people praying for me. So, like...
Yes, so you start the movement. Stand erect. Good. This better.
This better?
Start the movement from here.
From my waist?
Yeah, from your hip, yeah.
Like that?
Good.
And
good. Keep your head up. Keep your head up.
All right.
Good.
All right.
Then up.
And up.
Yes.
Again.
When you are going down, again, when you're going down, try to push your knee outside. Push them out. Yes.
Oh, okay.
To prevent putting pressure on them. No, that way.
Okay.
Let's go. Up.
Okay.
Let's go. Better.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right. And I look straight.
And look straight. Focus.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Good. Don't move your head.
Don't
move this part.
Don't move my legs.
Yes.
Just out this way.
Yes. Easy. Okay. Go down. Let's go. Better.
Okay, so the buttocks...
Better. Yes, it has to be good.
Okay.
And then up.
Okay. Without equipment.
Without equipment. Because this is what you start with before you hit the gym.
Okay.
Yes. And now we'll do lunges.
Okay, lunge. Give me a lunge.
Okay, let's say, because we don't want to move, but we can do stationary lunge. So that way. Then.
Oh, okay.
So. Good. That's good form. Good
for a beginner.
Yeah, go. Yeah. You're doing well.
Good for a beginner.
Yeah. Good. Let's go.
Will I suffer tomorrow morning? I don't know.
You sure will.
I'm not.
You sure will.
I cannot do that. Let's go.
You sure will.
Good. All right, now change.
And change the leg.
Change the leg, yeah.
Thelma, come and join me and stop that thing.
No, thank you.
Good. Nice one. Focus. Look forward. Yes. So with this, we can hear all the quads.
You feel all here.
Yes.
This is the quads.
Yeah.
You need to keep your head in a straight position.
We have that, this, and then this one. Yeah.
So they're all working.
They are all working. You are activating all that. Good.
And while Cam tries to figure his way out through this journey of
easy.
personal training and fitness, we're going to wrap up the show. Thank you so much for giving us those tips.
Thank you very much.
Cap has found it very useful.
Thomas, thanks
Thank
a
you
lot.
on his
You can find me on Instagram, Sweet Tommy.
Yeah,
Tommy.
It's sweet as in SWEET TOMMY.
All righty.
_
Okay, we'll look for you. And I think I can do this.
No.
Beyond.
And then you can WhatsApp me on 0244 119590.
0244 119590. 9590 for Sweet Tommy.
Yes.
The certified master trainer.
Yes.
All right. That's our weekend. Just about to begin. Yep. My quads are suffering.
They would be.
Thank you very much.
You'll feel it more in the morning.
Take care.
So this has been the Breakfast Show live on GTV. Remember to join us on GBC News for that important program on youth unemployment and the implications for our security. That's starting at 10 a.m. So GBC is spearheading that conversation. The Minister for Youth and Sports will be here. The National Commission for Civic Education will be here. The U.S. Embassy will be represented by the head the representative here in Ghana, Madam Sullivan, Her Excellency, and so you don't want to miss that.
Come and do a lunch. Come and do a lunch.
And from all of us here on GTV Breakfast, now, I'm just trying to keep saying, like, have you seen these shoes?
I just said that for you.
The trainer will tell you that you don't wear such shoes to drink.
Take your shoe off and do the lunch now.
It's not safe. Health and safety, right? Health and safety. So if you want to see me train, maybe we'll fix a session. We'll meet up in the gym with the master trainer, and then we'll see what we can do. No, these are my jolly shoes. So thank you for joining us, and we'll see you again Monday bright and early. From all of us here at the breakfast table, we say nice weekend.
God bless.
Bye-bye.
Big top boys, you know they like. Big top boys, you know they fear nobody.